that just ended abruptly.
You make me better, though.
Yes. Well, I wish somebody out there would make me better.
Okay.
Because I am messed up.
Not feeling well?
Yes. Thank you for the interpretation. That's pretty much the deal, yes. So I'll go as long as I can today. What, Steven?
Columbus Day hangover.
Maybe that's it, yes. Partying like it's Columbus Day 99.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Reach land.
I'm telling you, Pasty would answer his phone. I wouldn't even be here.
Well,
The only reason I'm here is because Pasty didn't answer his phone.
Jeez.
What a dick.
Making me suffer.
I'm so sleepy, dude. I mean, you pretty much know if the phone rings before 5, party's over.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I just know that somebody needs their bill paid, and I'm the man for the job.
All right, well, let's pay it early.
I know Tari's got her stories.
I
She's
do,
been working
actually.
all night long feverishly, and I can't let her down. So
Working since
that's
6:10.
She's been working since 6:10 last night. Yes,
Right,
exactly. Okay. Big thanks to the Cleveland Indians out there.
Yeah, now, rumor has it, what, Joe Torre's done, right?
It's not a rumor, Terry. When it came from the boss, it came
Well,
from the owner of the
yeah.
team. I think it's more than a rumor. He said, I will fire him
Oh,
if they
okay.
lose this series.
All right, I just...
wasn't
Rumor has
kidding.
it.
Well, I know it came from the boss, but sometimes don't they just kind of leave those idle threats out there, and the next thing you know,
Like,
they...
kind of like I threaten your job every day?
every day,
Just to
and
motivate
here I
you?
am, one more day.
Wow, just to motivate Terry, kick her ass in gear, get her stories highlighted
Look,
and prepared, and get her to start working at 6:10 p.m. every night.
Right.
Okay, well, maybe
Call
you got
me up at home and go, look.
Well, maybe you got a good point there. Maybe George Steinbrenner at age 77 is just into idle threats.
Wait, Terry's got a good point. I'm writing it down here.
But
What's today's date?
no matter how you slice it, the New York Yankees, Terry, haven't won a World Series for 7 straight years.
Oh, really?
People don't realize that. They think
7?
They think the Yankees, what a dynasty.
Right.
But
Well, deep pockets, you know, about all these people have a powerhouse of hitters.
Gay Rod gets you nowhere. And either does buying yourself a championship because they haven't won one since the year 2000.
But he
Look
won
it up. It's true.
A
What?
few, right? Didn't he? Joe
He's
Torre?
won nothing. Oh, Joe Torre?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's won a few.
he's won a few. Yeah, he won all the late 90s
Right.
and
So-
2000. 96, 98, 99.
Maybe it's time for him to go then.
Yeah, I think 97 with the Marlins, maybe.
Yeah, 96, 98, 99, and 2000. So 4 of them?
Oh, yeah, 4. I think
They
that's
won
right.
4.
I think
Wow.
that's right.
All right, yeah.
Wow, but you just,
name the last 6 champions.
Well, well, we don't know this year, yeah. Mm-hmm. Huh?
That'd be tough. Hasn't there been 6?
I could probably do it, yeah.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
If you weren't very sick.
If I had if I had the power to think right now.
right.
All right, 2001 Diamondbacks.
Okay, here we go. You have the
Oh,
power.
jeez.
The power's
No
back.
power to think.
That's as far as I can go, ladies and gentlemen. 2001 Diamondbacks. 2002. I know 2003 was the Marlins again.
Don't look at me. I can't do it.
2002. 2004 Red Sox. 2005 were the White Sox.
Right.
2006 last year, obviously, were the St. Louis Cardinals.
We're missing 2002.
I'm missing 2002, but it's going to come to me any second, and it was the...
1002.
Man, I'm blanking on 2002.
Oh, jeez. Why don't we ask?
It was the first time.
Oh,
that
California
two-
Angels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it.
All
yeah.
right.
Actually, how
Nice
can
work.
how can you forget? Giants, Barry
Yeah,
Bonds
Giants.
sitting on his first and much-deserved ring, Terry. I don't care who wants to talk trash. And I got ripped out from underneath. Before they knew it, that freaking rally monkey out there. Remember the California Angels started that
Oh, yeah.
rally monkey thing?
Ridiculous.
They still do that?
They do, yes.
Ah.
I wish they wouldn't. It's pretty weird.
Pretty weird.
Okay.
He won 7 games, though. That was an exciting one.
There you go.
7 games. Giants had it won in the 6th.
Yeah.
And didn't happen. Anyway, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we will come back and get things started right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Hannah Montana's Miley Cyrus was there, so what about those rumors of her going on Dancing with the Stars? Real. She and Daddy are singing tomorrow night on the show.
Oh, please tell me it's true.
We're doing a duet of my dad's song, Ready, Set, Don't Go.
Oh, yes. Hannah Montana Terry's going to be on. Who's her daddy, Randy Travis?
No, Billy Ray Cyrus,
Oh, yeah, that's
who
right.
was on Dancing with the Stars, and she was so
I'm
supportive
gonna
of him.
love you forever and there. Is that Randy Travis?
That's it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Or is that Billy Ray Cyrus?
No,
Or are they
no.
the same people?
No,
Have they been seen in the same room?
Yes.
Together?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe they look completely different and they have nothing in common whatsoever, but
Randy
I
Travis
don't know
has
the
this
difference.
big long face, and Billy Ray
Oh, well,
Cyrus
they
is a
all
little
look the
bit-
same to me, Terry. So that's the deal. Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter and her and him are going to
have a nice little duet.
do a little Dancing with the Stupid Stars duet.
It's very good.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Stephen, you excited about that?
I am, yes. Tonight, actually.
Oh, is it tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just can't come quick enough. So there you go.
Show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they had a show last night.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, everybody did.
And how is Pretty Boy doing?
Oh, he's doing okay, but he's.
You don't
I
love
don't
his
think
steps?
I don't think he's gonna be one of the finalists.
Yeah, it's not as good as you would have thought.
Yeah, I thought that he'd be a little bit smoother there.
Athletes always make the final three, Terry.
He's not gonna.
All right.
The NASCAR guy's going to do it.
Yeah, NASCAR.
Oh, yeah, the NASCAR guy.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
Randy Travis. Okay.
I saw Wayne Newton dancing on there. And it's like watching your old uncle dance at your wedding. It's
There
really
you go.
uncomfortable.
Not the one you should watch.
No.
Like, why do people like that? Like they make fun of them. They kind of taunt them about how bad they are.
I don't have the answers. What else is going on in the world, Terry? Please.
Well, I'm sure you're anxious to find all about Pam Anderson and Rick Solomon's wedding. They got married in Vegas.
You going to give us all the details?
I am going to give you all the
Thank you for not keeping us in suspense. I was dying to know. Now, this Rick Solomon dude, he was the one that I remember watching in the One Night in Paris video. Is that right?
correct.
And in that video, if I remember accurately, the main impression everyone was left with, and it's still talked about today, is not that just in general Paris Hilton has a sex video out there. It's that Paris Hilton had a sex video with this guy, Rick Solomon. And I'll ask you, what is the main impression that people were left with? Stephen R. Kilbreath.
Wow.
I see your hand raised again in class.
Really?
Go
Okay.
ahead. Tell everyone what the lasting impression, the lasting thought that was taken away from the Paris Hilton video, the sex tape that came out a good 4 or 5 years ago now.
Wow.
How long ago was it? About 4 or 5 years ago?
I have no
That sound about right?
Yeah,
3, 4?
Four.
Yeah, less than 4, I think.
What
I remember watching it in my new house.
is the lasting thought that was taken away from that video? That when people think of that video, that's usually one of the first things, if not the first thing, that pops into their mind. Go ahead, tell everyone. I know you're ready to take credit for this. Go ahead.
I think that night vision really does work on cameras.
You have no idea, do you? Are you afraid about a family show? You're worried about keeping it clean? What's your problem here?
About her? I mean, I remember you saying that she wasn't that great.
You're getting warmer.
Uh-oh.
Fortunately, she wasn't.
Didn't you just...
Just say it. What's the lasting
I don't know.
impression? I'm struggling here this morning.
Well, I'm not sure.
Feeling great. Why have to prolong this?
Jeez.
She wasn't good.
Stephen,
He's got a big one.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
He doesn't have a big one, although wishful thinking maybe make come true in your mind. But,
Well, that's kind of surprising.
Well, no, I don't know.
that they
I'm
got
trying to think of what it
married,
was.
right?
Vinnie, would you please tell the class, Vinnie the Pooh, step up to the mic and tell the class what the lasting impression was and do your best to keep it family show oriented. Go ahead.
That one of the major acts performed wasn't done well.
As
clean as possible.
When Vinnie the Pooh, high-pitched young man that he is, when he gets raspy, when he gets like a scratchy throat, his voice really sounds weird. It's high-pitched raspiness.
Doesn't sound right, does it?
Almost like
One of the acts wasn't really performed well.
Yes, Vinnie, can you elaborate on that?
The act, one of the acts, it just wasn't performed well.
Act 1, Scene 1?
Yes.
So they skipped right to Act 1, Scene 2.
I said cut in my house and hit pause on the movie. I was done.
Pasty, what do you think about that?
Oh, dude, it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, Pasty, well, you're gay, so
Oh, dude.
I'm surprised you even watched that.
Oh, yeah, dude, I loved it. Don't worry.
Well, I'm glad we could have both of your thoughts on the record.
I do this on the way home in my car.
No, you didn't.
Panella comes in there.
Vinnie, could you elaborate on what you were drawing upon there? It sounds like you're on the right track. It sounds like you've nailed it. Please.
It was
While keeping it as clean as you obviously were attempting to do, and successfully so, will you continue on making sure we have confirmed that you are nailing, yes, what the lasting impression was as it pertains to that Paris Hilton sex tape.
Now, the act in question was where our good friend Paris
She's our good friend. That's good. She's everyone's good friend.
was performing,
Everyone but Nicole Richie.
I guess, towards our other friend Rick Solomon.
Towards.
Yes.
Now, what do you take?
Towards.
What do you take, Terry, when he says performing towards our other friend Rick
towards.
Sullivan? Yes, Terry's confused.
I
like
don't
always.
understand the whole towards thing.
She was doing a tap dance and faced him.
Right.
So he could see her.
That's kind of.
She
I
was
mean, he
serving
moved
him.
towards him.
Yes.
Okay, now you're
In some corner.
going so out of your way to keep it clean and family oriented that I think you're trying too hard, and
Okay.
maybe this should ease up on the focus on keeping it a family show and just kind of maybe hit it a little bit more on the head of the nail there.
Well, the
Go ahead.
act in question was, in this situation, oralized.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
She was oralizing now husband to Pamela Anderson, Rick Solomon.
Okay.
And she was doing, is this correct, as what you're saying, a bad, subpar, poor job?
A low rent job, yes.
Wow, a low rent job.
No, I don't know about low rent.
I don't know
it
if
was
low rent applies.
I thought low rent was
Low rent just means kind of cheap. No, no.
Oh, no.
low rent.
Well, I mean,
Can be
means
good,
good.
Terry.
Low,
No,
when
as
you're
far
shopping for
as
an
that.
apartment,
Yeah,
Terry,
Terry, we got a nice house for you.
if you
Low
have
rent.
a 3-bedroom and it's low rent, then yes, that's a positive.
Honey,
But
we can afford the low rent one. Oh.
if you call somebody low rent, Terry, that's meaning they're just kind of sleazy, cheesy, cheap.
So her.
yeah, exactly.
But you can't
Thank
call.
you, Steven.
You can't describe a performance, especially one where she's attempting to oralize her good friend, and our good friend, I guess he said it was
Yeah,
him,
for sure.
Rick Solomon. You can't call a performance low rent.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to be him during that little scene
Oh yeah,
there.
because there's really no such thing as a bad oralization.
There's not.
But
it just
you guys
didn't-
are just saying that
But
she is.
in the compare and contrast world is what we're saying. When you compare and contrast, I mean, I can show you some videos right now, Terry, of some like high intensified, big time performances. And even though the bad performances will certainly stand out when compared to these high intensified, big time, unbelievable performances, you'll see a major difference when I put it up against Paris's. It's still, the matter of fact, is still very much so that there's really no such thing as a bad oralization.
Yeah, she didn't have her heart in it. Didn't look like.
Well, I don't know why she would be on camera like that and not have her heart in it. I just think when it comes down to it, her skills are just not there.
It looked like she was trying, right?
I don't remember.
She's
That's kind of interesting. I haven't watched the video in some time. It's not one of those, I guess, ones you watch over and over again, like Kim Kardashian and Ray
Well, I
J.
was just going to
Ray
ask
J's
you.
so hot.
I was just going to ask you, in
has
comparison to that Kim Kardashian and Ray J,
Right.
and the...
Well, let me just finish on with this stuff before I forget, Terry, and then you can get to your third, write it down. Not really.
Then throw it away.
Does anyone recall as to why? Can you put your finger on, as far as going on memory, as to why it was left in everyone's mind? She left everyone with the impression that she was so bad. Anyone remember why? Was there anything anyone picked up on as to why? I mean, everyone agreed that she was not good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But what was the reason? Was there a reason? Was there a tangible reason that we all said, okay, that's why she's not corkscrewing, she's not doing anything, she's not this?
Yeah, I think it was just like the generic version of the whole act. Right?
Your expectation was too high, maybe.
But,
Well, yeah, that's what I
she's
think
rich,
it
so
is.
she normally has someone do that for her.
She has her assistant usually taking care of that for her. Could you go
Bill,
on
get
over?
over here.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, if anyone can recall from going years back now, because I know no one's watched this video in the past year.
I actually found it 2 weeks ago. I hid it in my house for my wife,
You
and I
hid
just
it
found
from
it.
your wife?
I forgot that I hid it.
But you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Okay. Well, anyone
Not
who,
when I have boysfood.com.
anyone who has just a great memory and can remember why and wants to call in and will confirm for us what we seem to have forgotten as to why it was that her performance was so bad. I'm kind of curious. I can't remember if there was any true reason, and if anyone knows it, I would be happy to take that call at 1-866-663-T-MAN. And here's the resident expert on the subject, Terry. Here's Matthew W. Schwager.
Stop it.
What is his deal?
I've never seen the tape,
Oh, geez.
so I wouldn't know.
Have you seen any tape of any act whatsoever in your life?
No.
You've never? Let's go over all that Matthew never has done or never apparently maybe will do. He's never been kissed by a girl, Terry.
I know.
21 years old. How old are you now?
21 and a half.
21 and a half. You can stop going by
There you
halves.
go.
See, when you're not having any kind of social life whatsoever, you still see yourself as like a 6-year-old, and you still go by halves. What's that now?
I kind of have a social life now.
Oh, you do?
Uh-oh.
You have a girlfriend now?
No. But I actually go to things and hang out with people.
Have you tongue-kissed a girl in the... I should maybe not take things for granted here, Terry. He hasn't called for a good few months.
Sure.
Have you tongue-kissed a girl since last we've spoken?
My love life has not evolved.
It's a yes or no question.
No.
So you've never done that in your life?
That is correct.
21 and a half. What's worse? Pasty Dave never having sex at 30. A virgin at age 30. Who are we hanging out with here, Terry?
Virgin at 30 is worse.
Yeah.
Virgin at 30
He's
worse.
at least kissed a girl and maybe fondled, right?
I don't know what's worse. Never tongue... When is your 22nd birthday? April. Okay, so he's a good 6 months away, yeah. So
Remember, 21 and a half.
all right, 21 and a half.
252 months.
What's worse? Never tongue-kissed a girl. Obviously, also meaning never had sex, never touched a... He's never... Have you touched a boob?
No.
Jeez, what would... Yeah, why would he touch
Have you
a
grazed
boob?
a nipple?
No.
I'll go Matthew Swagger.
As far as what?
As far as he's worse than Pasty.
You
He's
think
way
never
worse.
You think never tongue-kissed a girl at 21 and a half?
touching or any... Yeah.
Or having any contact of any kind is worse than Pasty Dave, who's never had sex with...
Right. Because I think...
That's true, because Pasty at least,
has
he partakes in
experienced something.
touchy selfie.
Yeah, and...
Well, he touches... Yeah, well...
But he's
So
also...
he's touched his own boob?
Yeah, but Swagger doesn't do anything. He's like
Never-
a robot.
Have you ever had a self-gratification type moment there, Swagger?
No.
Really?
Wow. So,
Remember,
That's unhealthy.
Yeah.
We've discussed this with him, and we've even had other listeners send him stuff to help him out.
There are priests right now go...
Exactly, there are.
My gosh, Swagger, this is actually unnatural and unhealthy. Do you know that?
How is it unhealthy?
Because it's unnatural. And anything that's unnatural is unhealthy.
The human body can go without any type of stimulant.
I don't...
Stimulant.
Yeah,
No,
stimulus.
no. The human body can go without sexual activity.
He forgot the T in stimulus.
Yeah. It's a lot of letters.
Yeah, I just leave some out sometimes.
Swagger,
Yes.
trust me. It is an unhealthy state of living and being for a 21-and-a-half-year-old to A, have never tongue-kissed a girl, never touched a girl in any formation whatsoever, and on top of that, never had any moment where he's taken matters into his own hands. This is so frightening for the rest of the world. You are a danger to everybody.
I'm not a danger to anybody.
He doesn't say it, Terry.
No, I know.
And his phone is giving us all kinds of feedback. He's getting a little attitude now, too. You hear that? Like, I am not a danger to anybody.
Right.
You're a danger to everybody. People who are a danger to everybody don't know it.
What can I possibly do?
No. His voice is like different, I think.
Is your voice changing?
No, I'm just talking lower.
Mm-hmm.
I usually talk like this.
Talk like you usually talk.
Okay.
Okay, now I recognize you.
Oh, Matthew.
Mm-hmm. Terry thinks Swagger's status and situation is worse than Pasty's. Oh, of course, we haven't gone to the whole scope of
Oh, boy.
of Pasty's experiences like we just did Swagger. Touched a boob? Huh?
Yes.
Wow.
He's kissed a girl, right?
Tongue kissed?
Check.
Passionately.
Check.
Wow.
How long? Under the stars on the Lido deck?
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
He didn't time it,
He's
but
tongue-tied
I
right
didn't
now.
time it, but you know.
If you were to put a ballpark estimation on the time, your longest kiss of your life in a romantic fashion, how long?
There's definitely been make-out sessions.
All
like
right.
Good job, Pasty.
Have you ever tongue-kissed a girl while throwing your hands down the back of her jeans?
wow, throwing him down there, huh?
No, I don't think I've done that, actually, no.
Any part of her jeans? Front, back, sides?
No, I don't remember thrusting my hands
Oh,
down
dude, that's
her
my
jeans
specialty.
while the
Is he?
making out.
That's
You're
your
making out
specialty?
Oh,
ninjas.
that's as good as it gets with me.
Really?
After that, it's all downhill.
Underneath the jeans? Like, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it's invasive.
Throw your hands in there.
Invasive.
Stretch those jeans out. You're stretching my sevens. Ah, wow. Okay, so Pasty's done a lot more. You hear this, Swagger?
Yes, I have.
Man.
It's cool. We're like rewarding 30-year-olds for kissing girls. All right, nice job. We're like really excited for him.
I know.
Who the hell are we associated with?
I know, it's
hey,
weird.
man.
I think the Schwager thing is more weird.
Yeah.
I've decided.
You've been thinking a minute, haven't you?
Actually, my weirdness has probably gone up in the last few months.
But you said that your social life is changing for the better. You made some reference of some kind. I want to hear about this. Yes.
Yeah, my social life has improved.
Because you haven't called in months. Yeah, what's the latest?
I'm now going to LARPs.
You're going what?
Oh, no.
What does that
What's
mean?
that?
It's like role-playing crap. Weirdo role-playing nonsense.
So it's sci-fi role-playing?
Yes. It's like, it's like
the Requiem.
It's really lame. It's beyond.
It's nothing religious, though.
No.
Sounds religious for some reason.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like he's inside a cult of some kind.
A monk or something, or a cult, or a monk,
you dress up like
drinking
some
weird punch and sacrificing goats.
Hopefully.
Wow.
You dress up like some sort of medieval freak, and you have fake battles with people. And it's really
live-action role-playing.
And they call it warts?
LARPs. LARP.
Warts. Yes.
Wow.
Wow, this sounds like major progress in your social life.
Well, I actually hang out with people.
Yes. He's interacting with all guys, I'm sure.
No.
I'm sure there are a lot of girls at warts.
On guard, Roger.
And yes, there are many girls there.
So after the battle, do you go grab a beer somewhere with them? Or?
Yeah. Oh, that's
It's like the Elks Club for geeks? Well, the Elks Club is the Elks Club for geeks.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just for people to hang out.
How often do you get together?
Every 2 weeks, or Fridays.
On Fridays, yeah. Why?
Of course, it's Friday night, baby.
So-
we're gonna live action role play right now.
What kind of? I mean,
Okay, you get to win first, and then I win next.
Why offer your future any hope? Why not just tie down every Friday for the rest of your life and join Larts, Terry?
LARP.
What did I call it?
Larts.
Larts.
You're calling it all kinds of stuff right now.
I actually thought I was calling it the right thing this time. It's called Larts.
Role playing. RP.
RP.
LARP.
Live
LARP?
action role.
Oh, it's like an acronym.
Yeah.
It is a fun acronym, yes. Not really. It's a made up word, but yes.
LARP.
Yes.
Well, this is big for you, Schwager. You're on your way to social greatness.
So
I can't wait to go to his LARP inspired wedding.
yeah.
It's gonna be so
So
cool.
is there-
At least Dave was never
Any
a LARP.
kind of wedding would be fun.
Right.
Yeah, Dave was no LARP. That's for sure. I'd rather be alone than be a LARP.
Actually, most of this is actually past where I thought I was actually getting geekdom.
Okay, wonderful. So there's like LARPer colonies and it's just really sad, Terry.
Yeah, you think?
The only thing's sadder than this for us is this for his family, Terry. His parents, I mean, his mom at such high hopes, but she's all drugged out. So she don't care.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter.
Your mom, is she...
For what?
I have no idea. It's
hope for him
just
to make
something
money.
you say.
I hope he keeps his rent paid.
Is she still in rehab or in jail or what, your mom?
Well, there was
Family stuff.
Combination of both? What?
there was a new complication back in July where they did a drug bust.
Oh, jeez, Mom.
Mom in trouble again with the law?
Well, actually, most of the evidence is actually pretty sketchy.
Right. It
It
always is.
always is with his mother.
She
You've
didn't
been,
do
you've
it.
been talking to her court-appointed attorney, haven't you?
Exactly. Talking to her.
All right, listen. What you were saying, there are girls at Larts, right?
LARP.
LARP.
Yeah, there are girls there.
Oh, It can't possibly be.
What's the ratio? How many?
right.
How many? When you show up on a typical Friday, how many people are there in total?
About 20,
20. And how many are girls?
5 to 7.
Really?
That's not bad, right?
Still too many, I think.
Okay, I'm going to pretend to slay the dragon, and that girl's the size
Well,
of a
yeah,
dragon.
I mean, do you like just...
How many of the dragons look better than the girls?
What?
Never mind. All right.
Well, it's not. Well, this is like Vampire the Requiem. It's a live-action role-playing as vampires.
Oh, vampire.
Okay.
Wow,
Listen,
that's gonna
Way
make it
cooler, T-Man. Don't bring
better.
up dragons. That's for kids.
Schwager, call back next week. I have to let this all sink in. Or later this week, please.
Okay.
It's only Tuesday. Call back at the end of the week.
Okay.
I want this all to sink in, and then we'll move on from there. I posed a question to the listening audience, and they're all waiting on hold to answer the question that I asked of them, Terry, like good listeners would do. And I want to get to
Oh,
them.
they even have a website.
Of course they do. It's big, man. Big in the nerd world.
Welcome to LARP.com.
Money has the reason as far as answering the question that I was looking for just before we got all caught up with warts, LARPs, harps. I don't know.
I think there may be harp.
Yes, Money. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say that Vinnie hit it right on the head.
Oh, jeez.
No pun intended. But you know, her heart wasn't in it, man.
Her
She was
heart
too
wasn't
close
into
up.
it. Her heart wasn't in it. It was just, Was her heart not into it because she thought she's kind of above that act? She feels like...
man. And she was too coked up, man. Too many drugs.
Coked up. Okay, so she was in a dulled, sensitized state, and that's why her heart was kind of numb like the rest of her was.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing.
Yes.
Pasty's way cooler than Matthew. Even though he ain't got no ass, Pasty hang around a lot of cool girls because he's a weed man. So, you know.
Yes.
I mean,
okay. There you go.
Nice. That's the endorsement you're looking for.
Yeah,
she did look a little uninspired in the movie.
And I'm wondering...
Maybe she just didn't like it?
But that's not deep enough. That doesn't go into the crux of the problem, you know what I'm saying? The nucleus, the apex, the summit. I want to get down deep. And maybe that's the reason she wasn't, because she didn't.
Want the brass tacks.
I want to know, her heart wasn't into it. Is it because she felt she was above that particular situation? You know, she's such high society that high society girls like her don't do that, and yet she was. And in the back of her mind, she was thinking, I don't do this because I'm above this kind of crap.
But doesn't she hang
doesn't do it to people that aren't rich, that's for sure.
Right. But maybe really she just doesn't like it. Maybe that's just plain and simple. She just
I
doesn't
don't like it. I'm inexperienced at this.
Right. Not that she's above it. She just, it's not something that turns her on.
I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to, like, throw myself in the mix here and then look like an idiot, so I'm just going to half-ass it? Is it one of those kind of situations?
Yeah, but if you don't want to look like an idiot, you don't film it.
Yeah, if the camera's going, you got to put on your best.
Victor!
Well, maybe that is her best effort.
Steven's motto.
Victor, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up, T-Man? I got your answer.
Victor's got the answer.
Oh, good.
Okay, now I feel confident. I feel confident the way he's saying that he is going to give us, without a doubt, the undeniable answer that we're looking for. Yes, Victor.
The thing that I took away from that video is she did not finish her job.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's fine. Yes, we pretty much, I mean, that's fact. That isn't shades of gray area that we're discussing here. That's not subject to people's opinion, blah, blah, blah. She didn't finish the job.
But the question is, why was it so poor?
Yes, and that is going to leave you with a bad feeling, Terry, not just for Rick Solomon, but for those watching, Terry. You feel
I was
cheated,
disappointed that he didn't get to paint her face.
Okay, easy.
That's
nice. I guess we were asking for this, Terry.
Yeah, well.
He's going to be in Kiss, I guess.
I don't think he's talking about paint by numbers, Terry.
Okay.
Well, certain numbers, but I don't know.
Let's just sum it up. She didn't like to do it.
That's what you're going with.
That's what I'm going
to. She didn't like to do it, and yet she found people who don't like to do stuff still wind up in situations where they're doing it.
Right. Regardless,
so
yes, I understand the whole camera, everything like that, but maybe that's the best job that she can do, not liking it.
Well, now you're throwing me off again, Terry. I thought you were going one way, and now I feel like you're going another way.
No, I'm not.
Her heart wasn't into it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
She doesn't like to do it.
Right, but I'm saying that.
Oh, jeez. You know what? Forget about it. It's not really that important.
Because these guys are saying that, well, why would she put it on camera? She had no other choice.
Rick Solomon's got someone now whose heart will definitely be into it.
Oh, yeah. I had a sex tape. You had a sex tape. We should get together.
They had a really classy wedding, too, by the way. They had a fake cake there.
A fake cake?
A fake cake made out of cardboard because the baker didn't have enough notice to make a real one.
Have a fake cake at any wedding Steven's at. He sends back the gift.
Yeah, he sues.
He'll call his attorney, Terry. Fake cake.
Apparently,
that's probably why she's so skinny.
On her blog, she called her...
He's 6 bites in, by the way, before he realizes it's a fake cake, Terry.
Tastes like cardboard.
So that's frosting on her.
His wife has to elbow him 4 times for him to realize it 6 bites in before he gets the sense that it's a fake cake, Terry.
I'll get to the raspberry filling at some point.
But once he gets to the point where the light bulb goes off, he gets pissed.
Although he likes bland food, so maybe he likes cardboard cake.
Would you like a nice cardboard cake, Steven?
Hey, it's something, you know.
Okay.
That's all they're serving.
Yeah.
The T-Man Show.
Yeah. I hate when that.
It's still hard. And I still love you to this day.
My favorite part of the relationship.
Peace.
And you're on the air. Let me take a couple of calls as we roll in this hopper, Terry. It's, not the easiest task in the world with all these bills that are stuffed in, and we still are welcoming everybody to send any bill that comes their way right immediately into the T-Man Show at thetmanshow.com. Anna, you there?
Yes, I am.
What can I do for you this morning, baby?
Well, this morning I heard you saying something about teachers having guns.
Well, there's, yes, some speculation, some thoughts. There seems to be a little movement going on that teachers and students are asking if they can have guns in their classrooms on campus to steer clear and protect themselves from the boogeyman of the world like it happened at Virginia Tech. Yes, what about it, Ann?
Well, they can't control themselves sexually, let alone give them a gun.
They've displayed bad judgment time and time again as it pertains to their inability to keep their hands off their own students, Terry.
Right.
And now Ann's asking, you want to have guns? Ann, it sounds like Ann thinks not, Terry.
Right. I think she's voting for the no, yes.
Yeah, it's certainly a good point as far as judgment being called into question and the teachers in this country of ours, Terry, when they're having little cousin drive around the parking lot so they can do all kinds of
things with their students?
Seedy things with the student in the back seat.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
You wouldn't be a teacher by any chance, would you, Ann?
No, just a mother of two.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you for the call, baby.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
See you later. Yeah.
Hey, wow.
1-866-663 T-Man is the number to call. Rick or Nick, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi. I was just saying that she doesn't want the gun for protection in her classroom, but more for when she walks to her car so her husband doesn't kill her while she's walking to her car.
Well, if she's going to have it when she walks to her car, then she's going to have it in the school. All right? It just doesn't appear in your hand if you leave it in the car, if you're walking from the car to the school and from the school to the car, right? So she wants it in the classroom. That's pretty much what is being discussed and apparently will be continually discussed at this hearing that starts on Thursday.
Correct.
You just hide it in a bush right outside the door or something.
Mm-hmm. Put it in the lunchbox.
That's right. Tell my weed guy. Just out in the bushes, dude.
With the combination lock on it. Greg, you're on the air. Yes, Greg.
So, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
I'm all right, man. How you doing? I'm first-time caller, man.
What took you so long, Greg? Where are you calling from?
Man, I'm busy. I'm calling from Tacoma.
Wow, man. It's been an eternity he's been trying to get in, I guess. Have you ever attempted to call the show before, Greg, or no?
Oh, I tried.
Okay, well, here you've made it. Congratulations. I'm sure it's a big morning for you. Let's move on now. What can we do for you?
I just wanted to comment on that Paris Hilton sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really do too much for me, man.
No, it didn't do much for anyone. No one was really blown away. No one was very impressed by Paris's skills. Even Rick Solomon looked like he was hoping that it would end before.
Real quick?
Yeah.
Now, see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. You can't rely on the woman to do everything.
Oh, jeez. Mm-hmm.
I think it was a little bit more Rick's fault than Paris.
Well, that's why I'm sure every volume of every sex tape you've ever made is just absolute, unbelievable performances because you inspire, Greg. And maybe Rick Solomon, and your point is very well taken, didn't do enough to inspire Paris Hilton, get her motivated, get her titillated, Terry.
You got to get her going.
Wow. He definitely sounds like a guy that can get the job done.
Just talking like that, Greg, is getting us all hot.
Nice.
Pacey's undoing his shirt right now.
How have you denied us this kind of very dynamic speak, Terry?
Yeah.
All these years, Greg.
Oh, man.
So Greg's the master. He can make them do it.
Maybe you just have to realize.
Yeah. Whoa.
Maybe you just have to realize, Greg, that as much as you think you can inspire women, maybe you just have to realize as much as you think you can motivate, turn on, titillate, whatever the case may be, it's just a white girl thing.
Oh, no.
You're just not good enough at it. Okay?
You just got to know what you're doing. That's all it is, man.
I thought it was the woman that needed to know what they're doing.
You can't, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No white, you can't exclude any minority that I know of, Terry.
Really?
But all white girls, yes, are called to question here, Terry.
Pretty plain.
As far as their ability to just be able to do and act like this, Terry. And I think that you don't have to go any deeper than that.
Wow.
Here's Greg. He's trying to use reasonable thinking. He's trying to rationalize and and analyze, and he's trying too hard, Terry. I don't think you have to look.
I've never been with anybody other than white girls.
Now, he's a little insulted
I tell
because
you, the white
he
girls that I'm with, you can get them going, and they know what they're doing.
His wife is white, Terry.
Right.
And every girl he's ever been with is white, damn it.
Right.
And he has always been able to just be completely satisfied time and time again. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
And
never leave the bed unsatisfied.
And
never.
You thank yourself if I'm going back to your point. Isn't that right, Greg? Because you don't leave it to just their maybe having an off day. You don't allow them to have an off day because you just fill them with such energy and motivation and and all kinds of spirit through.
Now you're getting it.
Just the tone of his voice. So he can take a white girl's lack of skills, Terry, and turn her into a gold medal champion.
All right. But
he's the Tony Little of the helmet world. Motivate you.
But some
Tony
guy.
Oh, I like Tony Little, the guy with the long hair and the muscles that rides on the glider. You know what I'm talking? No one knows Tony Little?
No.
Really?
We know Tony Robbins.
You don't watch your commercials.
No, we don't.
He's on the Geico commercial, too?
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, no one knows Tony Little.
I think you dreamt this guy.
I haven't seen Tony Robbins in about 10 years.
Okay. Very up to speed on all the motivators of today.
I am. I like your commercials.
Okay.
Obviously, kind of bored at home.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. There are a lot of guys out there who are involved and in too deep with a lot of white women that would like you to come over to give a little motivational, because they can't get Tony Little, apparently. He's too busy on the glider.
Oh, yeah, the glider's it looks so good. It works your inner core, too.
My schedule is pretty busy, but I can get a permission slip, maybe.
So what's that tone of voice you use again that just in and of itself gets women all hot, bothered, and inspired and revved up?
Not just any women.
Now, do you look women right in the eye when you use that voice, or what?
Man, I can hear you when I say it. That's turning you on, buddy.
I was hoping it was a little more concealed than that, but apparently I've been unmasked, Terry.
I think he's turning Terry on, I think is what he said.
Oh, Terry? I thought he said T-Man.
I thought so, too.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
For everyone, we're all turned on.
It's a big turn-on fest.
Greg?
Yeah.
I have to hang up on you now.
Hey, that's all right, man. Hey, you'll remember me.
Goodbye.
Oh, wow. You'll remember him, T-Man.
I know. That's the problem. I want you out of my head. It's a white girl thing, Terry.
Okay.
Don't look any deeper than that.
All right.
So if the white girls are the worst, then who's the best?
Filipino women. Well, at that particular act or overall?
No, that particular act.
Oh, that particular act? No, not Filipino women. No, not the specialty. Nope. Unfortunately, no.
Okay, then?
The best at that particular act that Paris Hilton was horrible at, that all white women pretty much are not going to be great at because they're just bad at it in general.
Right.
I mean, Terry, obviously, I'm not talking about every single white woman you've ever come across in your life. There are very many exceptions.
Come across.
They're usually in that white trash kind of category of the world. The more close you live, or, in fact, live inside the trailer park, Terry, the better you may be at it.
Wow.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
White women are just not good at this stuff. They're just not good at sex.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Man, I've tried to search for the answers to that question for years, my friend.
Okay.
And they've just given up at the hunt.
So as soon as we
So
find
you gotta
answers.
have the best of both worlds, because you have your wife is Filipino and white, so you kind of have a nice little mix going on there.
And where's
for
the,
you?
Oh, yes.
As far as sex. And because I'm sure that
and
white
where
women
does the white women balance it out as far as being the best of the world?
I don't know. I'm just saying that somewhere along there, white women should be good at something, right? In the sexual arena. Not terrible at it completely.
They like to go to movies.
Yeah, okay, so there you go.
And you like that?
Best of all worlds. I like a nice movie.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So when you...
Okay, like a nice romantic comedy. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They like to be romanced. They like to be romanced.
Right.
And yet, when it comes down to it, their skills are just subpar when compared to all the women of the world. You compare a white woman's skills to the minority women of the world? Please. That competition ain't even going to give you an hour's worth of programming on TV, too. Over in the first 5 minutes.
Filipino girl don't need no stinking romance. Bring it on, Daddy.
Bring it on, Daddy.
That was the name of my first album.
Okay. I can get that straight, Terry.
Yeah, thanks for breaking it down.
Yes. You know I can. You know I
Appreciate
will.
that.
You know I always will for you.
Yes, I know.
Now, do I continue on with phone calls here, or do you want me to pull a bill right here and now, Terry? What do you want me to do? Let me pull a bill, and then I'll continue on with
All right.
calls, okay?
Okay,
Pull
sounds...
real quick. I'm just going to reach in real fast. Bam.
Right.
See, like that. Bam!
God, that was fast. It's good.
Vinny already stirred it up.
Yeah.
You stirred it up, right? I did. Mm-hmm. You stirred up the pot of bills, right?
I do, yeah.
So this bill that I haven't even looked at yet, I picked it right off the top.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mixed up, and this is as random as any bill that I could pull from way deep inside this morning, right?
I did it myself.
Most mornings I reach deep inside, Terry.
I know.
Today, Today,
Yes. Skim the top.
my hand's a little dry, so I just reached down to the very top, Terry, and I pulled the first bill I touched.
All right, my turn.
And I will tell you right now, this may annoy a lot of the men out there, but you should very clearly understand to send all your complaints from this point forward to Terry Be Free,
Right.
because I pulled a bill of a female. And the men have been complaining, if you're just tuning in, that they're not hearing a lot of men's names being called in the T-Man Pays Your Bills portion of your morning program. Is that what we do here? Yes. Mm-hmm. I don't think Danielle Mendenhall is a guy.
No.
Probably not.
But Danielle Mendenhall has a Visa bill. And it's not even that big a bill, but we'll pay it all, I guess. $303.37, Terry, and due October 12th, 2007, which is when?
3 days.
Couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay. Even here that I'm asking you questions? Or
No, I...
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Because you didn't look like you were
Hey,
even.
no.
Asian girls are the worst at listening.
Well, Terry gives you the best of all worlds because
Right.
she doesn't listen, and then she just makes up for it by not doing anything, right? Mm-hmm.
She's trying to figure out which sort of emoticon to give Angel while she's talking to him.
Oh, jeez.
On the messenger.
Let's see, smiley face with a little wink. No.
That's Terry's specialty. Visa bill for $303.37. A payment was made last month in the amount of $25.
Wow.
We're getting somewhere, Danielle Mendenhall, but not fast enough. Especially when you go to Chuck E. Cheese
Love it.
on September 20th and you spend $167.32.
Holy crap. That's a lot of times in the ball pit.
That's a lot of skee ball there, Danielle.
Too bad you can't send the tickets in that you win there to your bill company.
You got
Okay.
Good.
But you have
Who
some
the
great
hell?
prizes.
How can you possibly go to Chuck E. Cheese and spend $167.32? You can't even do that if you try.
Yeah,
No,
you can.
yeah, you can, because maybe they had a party of some kind.
Oh,
and...
if you're throwing a birthday party,
Right.
maybe. That's a pretty cheap
Right.
birthday party, actually.
Yeah, they serve booze there, man. I love it.
They serve beer at
They do, yes.
Chuck E. Cheese?
How else are you going to take your stupid little kids there? And
Whoa.
Well, you know, I mean, you gotta have a little buzz to tolerate
Stupid
them.
little kids.
You know, if you ever throwing a party, you know.
Wow.
You can't go there
Maybe
sober.
you shouldn't throw a party if you're just going to get drunk at it.
Well, you can actually have a beer without being drunk, believe it or not,
You
Steven.
just said you need to be drunk.
He said a little buzz.
Well, okay, buzz.
To deal with your stupid little kids.
See, when Steven
mind
has
you.
a little buzz,
Yeah.
he's drunk.
Well, he has one beer and he's buzzed.
Right.
And
Really?
drunk.
And that makes... He's thinking he's drunk when he's just a little bit buzzed.
No, Steven drinks 2 beers, he's drunk.
Oh, my God.
I've seen it at weddings. It's very embarrassing.
No, he's just buzzed, but he gives you all the impressions that he's drunk.
Oh, his face turns red. He says inappropriate things. Those impressions.
Fly goes down.
Let my guard down.
Danielle Mendenhall, 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number you want to be focusing in on right now, because that's the number that's going to have... If you can get through on it, you will have this bill paid in full.
Woo!
$303.37. Can always count on Terry for a quick woohoo.
Let you know she's listening.
All I'm good for these days.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. No, you're not white. You're good for lots of things.
No,
Terry.
apparently I'm not.
Actually,
so.
your stories have been great this morning. The whole story about the teacher who wants to carry the gun. Beautiful. Don't get down on yourself just because you're engrossed in a very romantic conversation on the...
I don't have to look down on myself. You guys do that
the old
enough
laptop
for me,
with Angel
thanks.
there. You have a little chat room love session going.
Actually, I've stopped doing that.
Mm-hmm.
In order to pay attention.
1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. And, of course, as we speak right now, every phone line is taken. So I got to go to some of these lines, find out what people want to say, Terry, so we can clear a path for Danielle Mendenhall.
All right.
Now, who's been waiting the longest here? Let me go to... Oh, this is a Danielle, but you were on hold before I even called the bill. Who's this? Hello?
Oh, good morning.
Who's this?
I'm the wrong Danielle.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least she admits it.
We'd really look like frauds if that was the case, Terry. Oh, no. The Pasty told me to wait here.
That's great.
Okay, good. Because I was getting nervous for a second. I was like, man. I don't know what I was like. Yeah. But I was like, man, yeah. Go ahead, Danielle.
How was that?
I called to comment about the teacher, but first I wanted to say, T-Man, you've obviously been with the wrong white women. If you need to find a good one, you need to look for the ones that can dance, because the girls that can dance are the ones that are good in bed.
All girls can dance, man.
No,
Every girl.
they can't.
There's nothing sadder in the world than seeing a girl that can't dance.
But they're out there.
Very rarely you come across a girl, Terry, that just can't find the beat, can't move her hips. But it's so rare. I mean, 98% to 99% of all women can dance, and 5 to 10% of all guys can dance. It's usually
girls that dance well, then.
It's usually the girls looking at guys to see if he has any ability that can carry over to their sexual abilities, and they're the ones who are honing in on a guy's dance skills. But guys don't interpret a girl's dancing abilities, because all girls can dance, and they all can dance well, and it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Usually these rocker girls, Terry, these white rocker girls are the only ones. They're the 1 to 2% that absolutely have no idea how to dance. Oh, it's a crying shame when you actually come upon one, Terry.
It's very uncomfortable for some reason.
It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, it's scary, it's frightening, it's everything.
It's like seeing someone fall out of their wheelchair. Very uncomfortable for me.
You don't know what to say, you don't know how to act.
Can I help you up, baby?
You want to vomit.
Can you do it yourself? Or no?
Now listen.
Okay, so about the teacher.
Back to your first comment. I acknowledge that there is a nice helping of white women that can hold their own as far as their sexual skills. But I'm just talking. The ratio of white women that are good sexually as compared to the ratio of minority women that are good sexually, it's not even close. And even you, Danielle, as white as you are, obviously have nothing left to say because you know it's the case.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm sorry.
That was tough.
Women. What can I say?
That was tough.
T-Man, your evil plan is working.
Yeah.
The reverse psychology, they're no match for.
That's why we're going to start trying harder. They're going to start putting themselves out there and applying themselves more.
Let's have a case study at 229 Shot.
Everything is lining up just perfectly. All these white women are going to be so tossing it around all the rest of the weekend long, Terry.
Oh, yeah, you think I'm bad? I'll show you.
Okay. I'm like ready.
Danielle, what else did you need to say? I need this phone line for the other Danielle to call in.
All right, about the teacher.
Yes.
Kids get kicked out of school for even, joking about that with all the tragedies that have happened.
Yeah, I thought in a no-tolerance type of environment, Terry.
Right. So
Danielle's saying even the suggestion that this teacher wants to carry a gun should have got her terminated immediately. Whatever happened to the just handing out pink slips like they're candy?
Yeah, she's supposed to be a role model. What is that going to do for the rest of the generations of children if this
That's what
goes
Steven
anywhere?
said. She may lose her job over this.
Well, Darren wants to argue with you on that. Let's have a little political debate, because he says the right to bear arms is written in the Constitution, blah, 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 blah.
Thank you. Yes, T-Man, thank you, T-Man. You are absolutely correct on this one, man. I'll tell you right now. Look, if Danielle wants to say whatever she wants to say, that's fine. She has her own opinion. But look, you go to Virginia Tech, you go to Columbine. Who had guns? Only police. And by the time the police got there, everybody was already smoked.
So you want all the students that want and are licensed to carry, or maybe even, they have a permit, whatever, close enough, and all the teachers, all the students, you want them all to be able to carry guns from this point forward. Is that what you're saying, Darren?
T-Man, look.
Sounds like homeschooling.
I got a permit. I got a permit to carry a handgun. I go hunting. I had to get my hunting license.
Oh, that's what you want. You want the very skilled hunter to be carrying guns to class, too.
Pass me a Schmidt.
Laws or something that you can actually take, or some type of permit. Something that you could take.
So also skilled at shooting the water buffalo, Terry, that now he thinks he could shoot a random target from 50 yards away if need be.
But hold on. I grew up with a dad that ran a gun shop out of our house. I enjoy guns just as much as anyone else, but in a school?
What is a water buffalo, by the way?
I don't know.
Buffalo that's in the water.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Stephen. Where would we be without you? Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Darren? Danielle Danielle just fired back at you. I don't hear you rebutting her statement. If you said, I don't know what you said. I wasn't really listening.
Well, her dad
she actually likes guns because her dad used to run a gun shop.
Yeah, and even though she likes guns, she thinks it's preposterous for this teacher to even suggest that she'd like to have a gun in her possession, even considering the fact that she's got some maniac ex-husband out there that may want her dead.
That is true. That is true.
She knows there's irresponsible people out there.
Imagine this, though. Imagine that she's a teacher that does teach young minds. She's the person that knows these kids. She knows who's the little crazy anti-Christ guy that writes the little pentagrams on his book and on his desk and lights fires and brings knives to school.
So?
You know, and if she doesn't, then, you know, that's her fault. But still, you have to think about these things. You know, you can't just send her to jail because she has an idea.
Well, nobody's sending her to jail, by the way.
Well, no, that's what Danielle wants. Danielle said, "Oh, should she go to jail just because you want to bring a gun to school?"
No, she didn't say
She said she should lose her job. There's a difference between jail and unemployment. I hope you're aware of the differences.
Okay,
yes.
how about this? Why should you lose your job over freedom of speech? You have a right to say what you want.
Not really.
You know, he can't.
Oh yeah, nowadays
can't scream fire in a crowded theater, and you can't carry a gun into a classroom, at least at this moment. But Danielle, more importantly, are you actively dating? Are you married? Are you single? What's your status?
I live with my boyfriend.
You live with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And you feel like you take care of his needs as good as a white girl can possibly do on a regular, nightly, and sometimes daily basis. Is that right?
I don't know. That's up in the air.
Well, isn't she the one who called?
Terry's reflecting on your very...
You're the one who got all upset talking about white...
Yeah, now
you were with the wrong white girl,
Terry,
and T-Man...
I've stripped her of all her self-confidence.
You
have.
Right. Now the boyfriend's going to start searching for some hot minority woman to really take care of him. Wow, you set yourself up there, Danielle.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't sound too convincing of what you would call like an interesting white woman, I guess you would say. Wow. I mean, if you think about it, she's a little too giggly and a little
but meanwhile, if she made up to meet you at the Gap in a half hour, you'd be there in 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, he'd have on the camel pants and the orange vest. Chicks love that.
Ray! In Seattle, good morning.
What's up, man?
How are you, Ray?
How you doing today?
I'm just trying to clear some lines and do a little service for our friend Danielle. What's her last name again, Terry? Where's her bill? Where did it go? Oh, yeah, Danielle.
Mendenhall, yeah.
She likes herself a nice, oversized pizza at Chuck E. Cheese, Terry.
Her pizza's not bad, surprisingly.
She likes herself some tasty wings, Terry.
Yeah.
In the amount of $167.32.
They even provide the cake.
I think it's time to upgrade the little mechanical people that play the instruments. It looks so fake.
You know what? 3?
Kids
Nobody
like
really
it. Yeah,
cares.
okay. Oh, hey, I'm just sorry.
Danielle's
The
bill
stupid
again
kids
is
love it.
$303.37, and we're waiting to pay it. We are waiting right now, Terry. with the last caller, Danielle, and Ray, was that his name? Ray was on the line. Those both lines just got cleared, Terry. There are 2 lines.
Double
Come
lines
on,
open.
Danielle.
That for a couple of seconds there were available for Danielle to get through on. And she's not through to the program yet. Go ahead, Ray. Oh, this is Ray. Go ahead, Ray.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying, the last girl called and you said about 99% of women could dance, and I think that's highly inaccurate.
Well,
I think it's much more of a minority.
I'm just talking basics. I'm talking about the basics of keeping the beat and moving your hips in a way that doesn't embarrass you.
Right.
Like,
of course, you can keep a beat, but
95% of women can do that, and about 5 to 10% of men can actually move their bodies and their hips and without embarrassing themselves and looking completely like they can actually hold a...
Right, you're not talking about going on tour with Justin Timberlake.
Right, I'm not talking about potential backup dancing material for Justin Timberlake or something like that.
But she was saying, you know, you got to find the girls that can dance the best, and those are the girls that can...
I agree. From the background, Stevenson.
I love it. That's
From the car back seat.
Wow.
Love it.
Nice carpool, buddy.
Time now for your backseat dickhead.
Kareen, where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Hillsboro.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm a first caller, so I'm at Hillsboro, at Liberty High School in Hillsboro. I'm actually heading there now. I'm just sitting in traffic on 26.
Yeah. Why is this important to us?
I'm a teacher's assistant in my law and all that type of class for my sophomores.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on the topic of the teacher with bringing the gun to school.
Right.
And what they're doing right now is...
Right.
You're interested, aren't you?
Good.
They're saying like whether the teacher should bring it or not.
Yes, that's what they're discussing on the air. Yeah.
Well, but she's also saying in her class.
Yeah, in her
they're actually talking about it.
Oh,
in their class.
And things like that.
They're talking about it right now?
Yes, in their class.
They're having a live discussion while we're having a live discussion of our own in our little classroom here, Terry.
Teacher's assistant, and that's what the topic of discussion.
All right, so where are we going with this?
The kids themselves are saying whether or not the teacher should bring it.
And what is the consensus?
Huh?
What is the consensus? What is the dominant opinion of the class there?
Well, see, that's the thing.
Oh.
Half the kids are saying yes, half the kids are saying no.
Wow.
But the thing is that they all have actually pretty good reasons why she should and why she shouldn't.
That's startling in and of itself that it's split down the middle. I thought students would be more on the, hey, no teacher that I know of, they're all pretty much hacks that I can say. I don't want them carrying guns, not to mention even, I just am surprised that half the students in your class were on the side of the teacher having a gun.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm a senior, and I haven't come across anything like this before.
Are you a white girl?
No.
Yes, I'm a white girl.
I'm a crap. Exactly.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm half white, half native.
Oh, okay. When you're half right. Okay. I don't get it.
So
Anyway.
She probably knows what a water buffalo
I'm all
is.
for the all-natural stuff and everything.
Yeah, baby. All right, listen, thank you for calling. I'm up against a hard break. I hope to hear from you again soon. All right, Kareen?
Yeah?
Take care.
Yeah?
You too.
Bye-bye now. There she
Bye.
goes. It's Kareen, Terry. It's her first time calling. She's a little...
Yeah.
I would love to take law and things like that class.
Yeah, that's a great
That
description.
sounds easy.
Their syllabus, whatever.
1-866-663-T-Man. Still no sign
Of
Danielle Mendenhall. Here I am. I am your answer to your outstanding balance at Chuck E. Cheese, Terry.
Dang it. Pay it off. Chucky's coming to get you.
The clown nose ain't as friendly when you're staring at a $167 bill, Terry, and I'm going to pay that at her entire Visa, and she can't get through on the phone lines. Either that or she's sound asleep and ain't trying. I don't know which is worse. Steven's a dickhead. Oh.
The T-Man Show.
Was Keith Urban's motorcycle accident serious? Rumor. Wife Nicole, looking lovely in Loren Scott, says he's fine.
No, it wasn't an accident. It was a bump.
It was a bump. That's very exciting. I don't really care about Keith Urban, so it doesn't matter to me. Anyway, what I do care about, Terry, is this hopper that's about to be rolled in a matter of moments. Now, I have noticed a stream of emails over the past few days, and tell me if these emailers are correct. I think they may be, Terry.
Okay.
There seems to be an outcry in the T-Man in the Morning listening audience, Terry, that every bill that gets pulled from the hopper, at least lately, if not overall, has been females.
Whoa.
Correct.
Females, and more females. No men, not a man, no sign of a man's bill anywhere on this program, Terry. Why should that be?
I don't know.
Can't handle their money.
You can't call it a bill if it's not a male.
Are just women setting in their bills? I could just dive headfirst into the opera and find the answer to this question out, Terry.
You could.
But there are thousands to go through, and I don't really have the patience. But I can assume that the odds are not in men's favors of getting their bill pulled on a given morning. But I will pull. Should I throw any woman that I pluck out of the hopper this morning back into the hopper? Should I pull only a man's bill this morning, or what? Should it even the score, or no?
Well, no. I think you should just pull from the hopper.
But there's a backlash, Terry. They're going to march on the station. Dudes with bills and bras and burning.
I think if guys are too unmotivated to send in their bills, they're not going to march.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But apparently there are guys sending in their bills because they're the ones who are emailing saying, hey, I sent in my bills, and not only am I not hearing my name, but I'm not hearing any guys' names. And everyone wants to believe this whole thing is a fraud. We're not paying any bills. And any angle they could find to decide that this whole T-Man pays your bills idea is a fraud, they're going to jump on it because they don't believe that we want to sit back every morning and write checks to people to have their bills paid.
Hey, can you lick this?
Mm-hmm. I'm talking on the air right now.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was off the air.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think women are a little more motivated to send their bills in. I think guys want to, they just don't do it.
No, I have no doubt that in this hopper, the men are at least outnumbered 10-1.
As we've said, when we give away free stuff, women call. They're the best at getting through.
Women are very, very aggressive prize pigs.
Yeah.
Now, I, growing up, was a prize pig, so I can relate. Prize stuff on radio stations when I was in high school and calling Z100, Terry, myself.
Z100.
Mm-hmm. So I also realize that women are more into that stuff than your typical guy. But there are a lot of guys out there who are pretty up in arms. And they're getting fired up.
Then start, copying over. And
so
over
I'm offering a gesture here. I'm saying, hey, if I pull a female's bill this morning, let's make it a guy day and just toss any girl's bill back, and I think all the women will understand.
No, just let's keep it as fair as possible and just pull from the popper and it's their fault. They're not the hopper. I meant to say hopper, not popper.
I think it was a Freudian slip calling them all paupers, Terry. Anyway, you all could use some help with our bills. I have mine in there, too, and I'm wondering why I haven't put mine. Terry, I'm again going to defer to you because you are the rule maker around here, and you are the final word, and you are the king and the queen, all rolled up into one. So Terry says no. So now you can deflect and direct all your emails over to TB Free, which can be found. Her email is available at thetmanshow.com. Yes.
Oh, and I'll be more than happy just to give it to you over the air right now if you'd like.
Make sure you call her every name under the sun. Okay.
Which I hear on a daily basis.
Right. Whatever.
From many listeners.
I'm sure. Okay, what do you have there? And then I'm going to pay a bill this morning, Terry. We're 11 for 11. We're going to make it 12 for 12. We even got a successful winner yesterday on the program on Columbus Day of all days. Go ahead. What do you got?
A teacher in Medford, Oregon is suing for the right to carry a gun at school.
Oh, jeez. Why does he want to carry a gun?
Well, apparently...
Is he afraid of his own students? Or
it's a she, first of all.
She?
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know about a woman carrying a gun, period, Terry.
She is... Jeez. She is an
Women
English
and firearms.
teacher.
I mean, maybe a mixing spoon, but not firearms. Come on.
Reach in her purse for her lipstick and shoot her leg off.
She is an English teacher at South Medford High School in Medford, Oregon. Yes.
A female teacher is suing, the school district, the state, whatever. So she can carry, she's licensed. It would be legal for her to carry a firearm. She wants to be able to bring it into school.
Right.
Because there's just too many dudes in the class looking her up and down to make her uncomfortable enough that she wants to be able to point a gun in their face.
No.
Look out the window.
Whoa.
What?
Actually, what her situation is that she is divorced, and her ex-husband is kind of a violent fella.
Big surprise.
And she has two...
What did she do to make them all violent like that, Terry?
Yeah, it's always her.
What did she do to give him no choice but to have to beat her and knock her around like he apparently did, Terry?
Anyway,
all she did was care for him and love him.
Yeah, that's right.
That's usually the case.
Gave him two beautiful children. And
she has two kids with him?
Yes,
she
does. She had two restraining orders against him, and those expired in September.
So she wants to carry a gun to protect herself from him.
Yes.
The lousy bastard she was once in love with and walked down the aisle with and smeared cake on his face.
Right. Oh, so cute.
Got knocked up twice.
Right.
Yeah, we're having a kid.
And kissed the baby on the first day of the baby's life in the room with him 2 times over, Terry.
I never thought I could love something so much.
Oh, jeez.
And now, fast forwarding to the present day. She despises the man, is afraid of the man, wants to carry a gun, so if she sees him, she can shoot the man.
Correct. Pretty much.
Not exactly what was written in the vows, I'm sure.
You go, kids, here's your lunch and your vest. Have a good day at school.
Unbelievable.
According to her,
Well, she knows she's not going to be able to win them over and be able to carry a gun in school, Terry. What grade does she teach?
she's in high school.
Oh, then it's fine.
Yeah. She needs it anyway.
Any stray bullets at the high school kid, they've lived long enough.
Yeah.
The case starts on Thursday where they hear oral arguments.
They're actually, oh, yeah.
Because, of course, the school board...
Paris' heart wasn't into it, Terry.
Yeah, the oral arguments. Normally they do sign language. They're going to actually speak at this one.
Wow. There actually is going to be a hearing on this?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm totally
Why
serious.
even go through the motions? Why even waste a single taxpayer dollar when you know it's a foregone conclusion? They ain't letting this female teacher, they ain't letting any male teachers, not about gender, okay, I'm just playing around. Not really. Why are they even going to hold the formality of a hearing when everyone knows that at the end of the day or days or weeks or whatever long it takes, they ain't letting any teacher carrying a gun into class? So what's the whole point of this all?
Well, I guess we'll see on Thursday. Hopefully we'll have some updates.
We'll see nothing. It's my point.
No, they're not going to let it happen.
Probably not, but they're going to
Probably hire
hear
a
it out.
security guard before they let her carry a gun or something.
Right.
Here you go.
But what's surprising is
Take
I
the law into your own hands.
I would think that most high schools these days do have some type of security. I know
I'm sure the
a
school
number
has
of them.
security. It's probably not good enough for her.
Maybe not.
Every time she walks out in the hall, they're all asleep.
Wake up, old man.
Mm-hmm. So she doesn't feel comfortable with that.
she's not.
She's probably, like as I said, a licensed firearm carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Probably reasonably skilled at the shooting range. She hit a bullseye last week, and she's all enthusiastic about that, Terry. So she wants to protect herself as best as she can because she's going to go with the whole constitutional blah, blah, blah.
But it's probably very scary for her, too.
Well, the fact that he tried to kill her already and has violated restraining orders in the past.
Builds character, Terry. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, sure. She also
But it
has
does kill you.
children at the high school, so she wants to protect them as well.
What husband doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Terry.
Right.
Well, when it does kill you, you can't get stronger because you're not alive.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, yeah, that's right, like Robin Hood.
Yeah. Penny saved a penny earned, Terry.
They should just take it one day at a time, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not worry about it.
Come on. Who's she kidding? Who's she kidding?
Well, we'll see.
In Oregon.
Yes.
Of all states, Terry. One of the most liberal and gun control areas of the world, I'm sure. Huh? Huh? I don't know. Mm-hmm.
There's probably not one gun in the whole state.
Maybe in Idaho.
Maybe in Idaho.
Maybe. She'd have a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah, in Montana, they would definitely let
Oh, yeah, Montana, everybody comes armed.
Montana, judge on the bench with a shotgun in his hands may see her point.
They're trying to pass grenades on the class.
Mm-hmm.
Guns are no big deal.
But in Oregon, please. Don't think so. You're going to have to just keep your sneakers on, honey.
So what's going to help the situation? Granted, yes.
Terry, the bad guy's a bad guy. If he's not willing to abide by a restraining order, if he's sick in the head, well, then she's got big problems. And I don't think carrying a gun in class, considering all the risk that could be involved with her carrying a gun and having a gun in class, is worth the potential of him busting in and trying to do her harm. Just have all your class, you have high school students. Drive them around the parking lot enough, doing enough sexual acts like all the other teachers so that you win them over so that they can pound on the guy if he busts through the door.
But just her being there is putting
They got
everybody
the
in
box.
danger.
Right, that is true.
Just her being there is putting it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a high school kid in her class. Some lunatic comes breaking down the door.
Might lose her job.
Grabs my chicken neck asking where the hell is wench a strange wife is, Terry?
Oh, she's hiding under the desk right there.
Yeah.
We don't have to take our test now.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, is this a true story? You're making this whole thing up.
No, I'm not. Would you like her name? Everything.
I would love her name. What's her
Her
name?
name is Shirley Katz.
Oh, Shirley
She's
Katz,
43 years old.
Mm-hmm. 43-year-old female teachers carrying guns in high schools? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh. I just put it right here in my desk next to the gold stars.
Those kids would listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Little pressure on you during show and tell?
Yeah. Yes, in high school they love show and tell.
Yeah, I wonder if by her filing to be able to do this
Yes.
is going to, threaten her job in any way. Stephen did kind of make a good point.
What's
He said that it could
puts her job in jeopardy.
Yeah,
She's bringing a lot of tension. She's trying to.
Right.
She's trying to create a buzz. And after the Virginia Tech thing, a lot of teachers came out. And maybe there's an argument that needs to be heard on this. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I want to be anywhere close to a classroom where some hack teacher has got a gun in the desk. But students want to carry guns now. Teachers want to carry guns. It's where we're at.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, give her the gun, whatever.
They can only shoot it twice.
Yeah, you get 2 bullets.
Wow.
If you miss twice, then you better start running again.
So 2 a year then? Or do you get like 2 in the following year?
2 bullets a year, is that what we're going on?
Yes.
2 a school year, yeah.
Do not miss.
And we get to spin the barrel once before we bust through the door.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. And you get a bonus bullet for good behavior.
Oh, jeez. Extra credit.
That's nice.
Jeez.
Well, Terry, we'll have to wait and see. Apparently they're going to go ahead with this hearing, which seems like a waste of time to me. Because is there any thought that all of a sudden the breaking news is going to be in a few days? Yes, they decided to give this woman the right to have a gun in class. Of course not.
Yeah, I'm going to say no on that.
Of course not.
They're not even allowed to have a water cooler in public schools, so I don't think a gun's really going to fly.
Are you sure she wants to have it in the classroom? Is that what the story says?
Yeah, she wants to have it at school, yes.
At school?
Well,
does that mean in the class?
I would say yes. I would assume that she's not going to just keep it out in the car. What's that going to do while she's in class?
I'm going to say no gun, but she gets a crossbow. I think I'm going to compromise.
I say cannon.
Cannon.
Wow.
That takes forever to load. It's
Give
not
her
quick.
a cannon. It gives the kids enough warning, those long lighter things that before the cannon actually goes off. What do they call those?
A fuse?
The wicks? Yeah, the fuse.
Fuse, yeah.
The wick.
Yeah, wick. Yeah, wicks don't go very
I
fast.
haven't lit many cannons lately, excuse me.
Okay. Well,
For not knowing the cannon jargon.
Well, it's fireworks. It's any kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway.
So she's got to say, a bad ex-husband of mine, you stand at the door while I load this cannon.
By the way, don't move the last 2 feet because I will miss.
Here, let me run out to my car and get my gun.
If you move at all, I will miss you.
Cannon from the glove department.
Stay there.
This 43-year-old teacher, by the way, is with these restraining orders against her estranged 54-year-old husband.
Yes.
So she's got 11 years on him as far as youthfulness, Terry. 54-year-old men, that's scary?
I would say yes.
If you're not scary by if you're not scary by 22, you ain't scary.
Well, if you're choking people.
That's a good point. You don't turn crazy at 50,
You
right?
don't turn crazy in your 50s, Terry.
It's not a hobby that you pick up later in your life.
Yeah, and if you do turn crazy in your 50s, you're not going to be very good at it. People know if you're crazy in your early 20s, late teens, early teens.
Right.
Don't think the woman could have turned him crazy?
Oh, jeez.
Jerry Katz is the one she's fearful of. Shirley Katz would like to be able to carry her gun around the hallways. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know about vigilante justice. Doesn't sound good.
I think there's a Lifetime TV movie in this, Terry, somewhere.
Yeah, there will be.
Meredith Baxter Burney is signing a contract right now.
Oh, boy. Call her up.
She's still alive?
I think she is,
Okay.
yes.
She'll do it for $20,000.
Okay. You ain't paying that much for her. Anyway, we're going to roll in the hopper, Terry. We may not have a cannon in the studio.
Oh, wow.
But we have something more powerful than that.
All right.
The T-Man in the morning, pay your bills hopper. Who was that?
That's my hat keeps hitting it.
Okay.
Maybe I should turn it to the side.
Maybe it already is, and that's the problem.
Well, no, I have to have it to the side or it hits the...
Okay, I got the point.
Well, I'll break it down to you during the break.
Okay, I'm glad we can go through that. Yes, when we get back, Terry, a bill will be paid.
Woohoo!
That's how confident I am.
Oh,
Not
good.
just called out. A bill will be paid. Someone out there is going to be less in debt than they were just a few minutes earlier, Terry. That's the beauty of this contest, ladies and gentlemen. T-Man pays your bills right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Is Danielle Mendenhall going to break our streak?
I hope not.
Danielle Mendenhall has till the end of the show, Terry. And that's as far as I can go.
All right.
She can't call me at home.
Dang it.
Unless.
There are some mitigating circumstances by which I would accept the call. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call, Danielle Mendenhall. You are on the clock. Your Visa bill is in my hand. I'm ready to pay it in full. A lot of credit card bills being sent in, Terry. Everyone should send every bill. Don't exclude. Don't think, hey, that's embarrassing to send in the water bill.
Can I send in my mortgage payment, please?
Your car note, whatever the case may be, or cosmetic surgery statement. As you're trying to pay that deal down for your oversized boobies. Whatever the case may be. And they're never oversized. Send in your bill. Go to the tmanshow.com. 1-866-663-T-Man. Terry, back to the phones I will go to clear some of these lines, but give me a quick story or two. What do you have there?
I have a story about a gentleman after 15 years of marriage. He decided to get his wife's face tattooed on his back. Isn't that love? Well, it took 20 hours, cost him about $1,800, and then he found out that she was leaving him for her personal trainer. Sweet.
Yes. Because he has muscles on his back and not ridiculous tattoos that I can't stand and look at, even if it is my own name. Is there a picture of her?
Yes, a full-size picture of her. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
That should be
20 hours of sitting there.
Quite the social icebreaker for your upcoming single days.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you think?
Absolutely.
What is that?
Picture of the tattoo.
There it is. There's a picture of the tattoo? Wow, you're quick with that, Terry. Yep. He looks like he's going to have a hard time out there, Terry, now that he's newly single.
Right.
Good luck to him. What else? What else?
I have a story here about a gentleman who has filed an equal rights complaint after a bar told him that go-go cages are only for the ladies.
Oh, he looks so good up there, Terry.
Well, he wanted to dance in the little go-go cage.
The bar should know better. They're denying all the patrons how much he could bring to the evening.
He did want
with him up in the go-go cage and his little leopard print.
Well, he said that he tried to get up there in an empty one, and before he could get really started to show his dancing ability,
he was told to get down.
That's right.
I know how the story goes, Terry.
And he asked the bartender why he couldn't go up there, and they said, it's for the ladies only.
Because you're a fat, ugly man, sir.
No.
I didn't want to have to say it.
What if you're skinny?
Because you're a skinny, ugly man, sir.
So he went ahead and filed.
Cages are pretty cool at bars, man.
Sam, you're on the air, Sam. What can I do for you?
Hey, T-Man. How you doing?
Is this Sam?
Yes.
Sam's a woman. Yes, Sam. What can I do for you?
It is a girl. Samantha.
Yes,
Sorry.
Sammy. Should we call you Sammy to make it cuter or what?
Yeah. People do.
No, I go by Sam.
Okay, so about the teacher with the gun.
Oh, everyone has their thoughts on the teacher with the
You
gun.
should be able to have the gun.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
Since all the kids be coming in schools with guns, every teacher should have a gun. Like a cop has a gun on their belt. Teachers have a gun on their belt now.
Yes. Everyone should have a gun on their belt at school, Terry. This is the future of the schools of America. I mean, I got all kinds of people with their thoughts on this subject, but I think we've pretty much run the gamut. Look up on the scoreboard. Yes, the compromise on line 16 is that they should let her have the gun, but put it in a safe. Do people remember the original reason that she wanted a gun in the first place? She wants to be able to protect herself from her deranged husband.
What's the combo again?
Exactly. Can you not be deranged for a second while I
hold on,
put the combination in on the safe so I can get the gun and kill you? Okay. Don't put your hands around my neck just yet. Are people ridiculous or what?
They're not really getting it. Doesn't sound like it.
This girl wants everyone with a holster at school? What is it, the OK Corral University? That sounds fine to me. I don't care. I won't be going to any school anytime soon. I may be sitting outside one on a bench, but other than that...
You got a trench coat on?
Nothing underneath.
Okay.
Felix, you're on the air. What's up? Felix.
Yep.
Yes, Felix.
Hey, man. Just a thing is that
Rodney, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, Rodney.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, dude.
Petty Gray.
Yeah.
Petty Gray, is that your name?
Yeah.
You're on the air.
Hi.
Hello.
Actually, I don't think that she should be able to bring guns to school because I am a high school senior. And if there are guns in our school, honestly, if somebody is going to school, they're just going to bring it. They're just going to pull out their gun and shoot somebody.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So I don't think that should be right.
You're thinking way too dramatically here. I can't imagine that could be a possibility. Okay, yeah, thank you. You know what? I'm done with the subject, so here's what we're going to do. All these callers that are waiting, spare yourself the wait. We're going to take a break. We're going to allow an opportunity for our friend Danielle Mendenhall to get through, and when we come back, we will change the subject.
Okay.
I'm excited that everyone's inspired to talk about this particular subject, but I'm done with it. At last I checked, it's my show.
Ooh. Okay.
It says it on the door.
Yeah, it does.
This teacher ain't getting no gun in her classroom. So why even wasting your time calling up about it and hanging on the phone lines? It ain't happening. Get it out of your heads. 1-866-663-T-Man. Back with more calls after these words.
The T-Man Show.
From San Diego, it is disturbing video of a police officer subduing a 15-year-old girl, and it's getting a lot of attention.
Oh, it is.
Not just because of the video, which we should warn you is troubling.
You hear about this one, Tara? This one is also, as if we haven't had enough heavy topics this morning, let's add another one to the mix. That's all there is out there these days is troubling stories that we must discuss. That's going to get everyone all riled up. Terry, have you seen this video? Do we need to pay? So let's get this video immediately up on the tmanshow.com. This is the 15-year-old girl who looks like she weighs about 47 pounds.
Wow.
Being thrown onto the squad car by the police officer. And everyone seems to be taking the side of the police officer, which is a tad bit interesting, or at least the accounts that I'm hearing about. Everyone seems to be saying he did everything appropriately as it pertains to this 15-year-old girl. Wait till you hear her screams, Terry. It's going to be, fun for the whole family. Listen to this.
But also because of why the girl got into trouble in the first place. Police say she broke the town's curfew law.
Put your hand behind your back. Miss.
Now, she absolutely resists arrest. There's no doubt about it. And she will eventually bite this guy. But this cop, Terry. But I think that the more people hear about this story, this cop can pretty much kiss his ass goodbye, or at least for a significant period of time.
So, okay.
But the initial reaction is everyone, or again, the sides that I see being taken are on the cop side.
You can't resist me, miss.
This police officer is trying to handcuff a 15-year-old girl in Fort Pierce, Florida, while she cries and struggles.
Put your hand behind your back.
The incident was captured on dash cam video. After several attempts to put her in cuffs, the struggling teenager allegedly bites the cop.
Don't bite me!
In some cities, you got to pay at least $50 for that.
You can see what appears to be a bite right there before Officer Dan Gilroy punches her.
Don't bite me!
The use of pepper spray on the 100-pound 15-year-old has triggered controversy.
Going 100 pounds is a very, very lofty estimate. She looks more like she may be 33 pounds, Terry.
Whoa.
Wow, she keeps shrinking versus 47 when you started.
Yeah, I said 47. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm going to go 33. Terry.
Wow.
I mean, you got to see the video. And not only is she on the absolute extreme anorexic side.
Wow.
But, which 15-year-olds tend to be when they're females and trying to get dates. But she is being wrestled with by this cop who has to be like 6'5" at about 260 minimum.
Right.
So the fact that he can't even restrain her. Now, I know there are some wiry, fiery types that are tough to pin down, and I'm not saying that he wasn't trying hard or he should have been able to just do it bing, bang, boom, but I'm just questioning why he felt the need to get this physical with her and get it to this point, to get it to this escalated situation to begin with. I mean, the curfew, big whoop. I mean, she's probably just so scared. She's wondering what the hell's going on. She's being thrown on the squad car. She's being handcuffed. I just think there's got to be more of a reason to handcuff any 15-year-old girl who's out alone, walking around, who knows, walking her dog, whatever, at past midnight. Yeah, she broke the curfew, but this guy's getting all so serious with her, Terry, to the point where it escalates so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like when somebody bites you, it's not probably.
That's not what he's saying, though. He's saying, why did it get to that?
Well,
because Terry against on listen.
No, I understand, but you're asking why is it getting so physical? I think actually he did do it the right way because sure he probably could have broke her arm and beat her down and took her.
I'm surprised he didn't beat her arm. The way he was wrestling with her and how wiry her arms are, the fact that she didn't have her arm completely snapped somewhere along the way here is a miracle. No, because it looks like he's being physical enough, considering the type of frame of the female that he's dealing with, that the arm should have been snapped, and he's just lucky that it wasn't. Now, let me play it completely through, and I will do my best.
And maybe I need to see the video, because I'm just hearing the audio.
Talking to here, of course. I'm talking to Terry Free about a cop situation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I hate to be on the side against cops, Terry, but I take each individual case as it goes.
Right.
And instead of being all the way across the board pro-cop, I'm going to evaluate each one on an individual basis. Absolutely. And this cop, in my opinion, should be on suspension, Terry, because I don't know every detail of this story. Granted. But from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, and wait till Al Sharpton, I'm sure he's on the first train out to Florida or San Diego, wherever they said this was. This guy could pretty much decide how long he's going to have the cooling out period on the couch, Terry.
Okay.
Because if he even gets invited back, it's going to be a miracle after enough people see the video on this. Or maybe it'll stay as is, and everyone is going to continue to take the side of the cop.
You can't resist me, miss.
This police officer is trying to handcuff a 15-year-old girl in Fort Pierce, Florida, while she cries and struggles.
Your hand behind your back.
The incident was captured on dash cam video after several attempts to put her in cuffs.
I love dash cam video. I have to interrupt again. I'm sorry, Terry. Because there's actually a moment. There should be a channel, dash cam video. There's actually a moment where the cop, you could almost see in his mind and read his mind that he's thinking about the camera that's in his squad car because he actually looks up at it.
It's like The Office.
Then that's good then because he's very aware of it and he knows that
It's good that the camera's there, but who knows? Right. It's good that those cameras are there because who knows what this dude would have done getting as frustrated as he was getting? Who knows what his temper would have allowed if that camera wasn't there?
You can't resist me, miss.
This police officer is trying to handcuff a 15-year-old girl in Fort Pierce, Florida, while she cries and struggles.
Your hand behind your back.
The incident was captured on dash cam video. After several attempts to put her in cuffs, the struggling teenager allegedly bites the cop.
Don't bite me!
You can see what appears to be a bite right there before Officer Dan Gilroy punches her.
Don't bite me!
The use of pepper spray on the 100-pound 15-year-old has triggered controversy.
Punches her and then pepper sprays her.
More so because all the teenager had allegedly done was to break the town's new midnight curfew law. You can hear the girl pleading for her mom.
Girl screaming for mommy, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a little kid reaction when you're just filled with fear. Your knee-jerk reflex reaction is to scream for mommy. This isn't even, we're talking about any kind of adult individual here.
I can scream for my mommy, too.
Okay, yes, I guess technically you can scream for your mommy.
I can be as dramatic as her as well.
I don't think she was putting on an act here, Terry. I think this sounds like genuine fear to the point where her reflex reaction is to scream for mommy.
Right. Well, she wasn't too afraid to be out there on her own, obviously, past the curfew. So she's cool with that. Mommy's not concerned about her either.
She wasn't walking around with a bunch of people. She was alone. Well, maybe walking her dog. I don't know what she was doing.
Right. We don't know what she was doing prior to that.
You can hear the girl pleading for her mom.
Your hand behind your back.
There are more than 300 towns.
Oh, and I said Al Sharpton will be on the first train out there because I don't know if I mentioned this part, Terry. This is a young 15-year-old black girl up against a 6'5", 355-pound white guy, Terry.
Big guy.
Keeps growing.
And that is not going to be lost in the focus of this story, Terry. This is certainly going to be a relevant part of people's evaluation of this story. That's why, obviously, it must be mentioned.
Was to break the town's new midnight curfew law. You can hear the girl pleading for her mom.
Your hand behind your back.
There are more than 300 towns and cities across America with teen curfews, many of them comparatively new laws, and they're becoming more popular as a weapon against juvenile crime.
Yes.
Appropriate force, in my view.
Inside Edition showed the video to...
Let's listen to this guy's evaluation.
He's using appropriate force, in my view.
Inside Edition showed the...
All right, Tony Danza, let's see what you have to say.
Video to security expert Patrick Brosnan.
This looks simple. He's a relatively big guy. She seems like she's lean, but extremely difficult.
Seems like she's lean? She seems like she's lean? My gosh, she makes Nicole Richie look like she's Roseanne Barr.
What? Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right. She's 33 pounds.
She seems like she's lean. Are you kidding? The elbow bones are coming through the skin. She's so skinny. When this cop is twisting her up, Terry. She seems like she's lean.
Well,
what got to this point? I mean, why didn't she just...
That's what I'm asking. Why should this cop have allowed a 15-year-old girl walking on the street get to this moment? Why does it have to get to this escalated moment? Get her in the squad car. I think you can allow this girl to be in the squad car without cuffs. I don't think you're in any immediate danger if you are able to pat her down and realize that she's not with any weapons. You can just throw her in the squad car without putting the cuffs on her, because handcuffs would probably scare the hell out of a 15-year-old girl who's wondering why the hell she's being thrown on the back of the squad car in the first place. So
you're assuming that he drove up on her, immediately grabbed her, threw her on the cop car, and tried to put the handcuffs on her, and she freaked out.
Well, I don't know.
And then
what
she bit it, and that.
All I know is you're talking about a 6'5", big burly cop,
right?
And some girl was screaming for her mommy, Terry,
right?
So just let her go.
Let her go. I mean, see ya.
You can get her information. You can find out who she is.
Maybe she didn't give him the information. We haven't seen the entire video either.
I should probably. Went nuts or something beforehand.
I'm not saying he just let her go. I'm not saying just let her walk off into the night because, hey, she doesn't want to be handcuffed. Okay, I guess there's nothing I can do, so go about your merry way. No. She's not getting away. You can call for backup if she get a female.
But then again,
cop.
if you need backup, then you're going to get scrutinized for that, because why would you need backup for a little simple 15-year-old when it should be so
because
simple?
She's resisting arrest.
So there you go. She's resisting
arrest.
arrest.
I'm a 325-pound cop, and if I get physical with this girl, I'm going to snap her arm.
But he did get physical, and he didn't snap her arm. He did not snap her arm. So it shows that he had some kind of
see the video, because if you saw the video and how aggressive he was getting, it's only due to luck that he didn't snap her arm, not because he was being so ginger with her. He was not treating her gingerly. He's wrestling with her, Terry. And it didn't have to get to these proportions. It didn't have to get to this point.
Absolutely.
He could have figured out where she lived, gone to her home.
Not if she's not giving the information.
Done all that needed to be done. He's not about to let her go. I'm not saying let her go, but you don't have to be wrestling with her and just these two alone on the back of a squad car.
Okay, so
that's a bad message to send, though. If you don't want to be handcuffed, call for your mom and who has to let you go. That's a bad message.
Absolutely. And the thing is that granted, she's struggling. She's resisting arrest. Maybe he asked her a few times, hey, let's just get in the back of the car. I need to take you home. And she was like, F you, copper. Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
we don't know about that. We don't know how her attitude was.
Yeah, we'd love to see the 5 minutes before the video starts.
Let's see from the very beginning.
All I'm saying is, using my instincts and hearing a girl scream from her mommy, I don't get the sense that she was saying F you, copper, 5 minutes before. She doesn't seem like the type. She sounds scared to death from the beginning here. If she was saying anything, I don't think she was saying much. So this cop,
she's pretty innocent.
Who can't even get the cuffs, has the pepper spray, and then still can't even get the cuffs on a 15-year-old, 90-pound girl. This is not something for the training video.
I like the term copper, too, from the 40s. Hey there, copper.
Well,
the video.
Do you want me to get more graphic for you?
Yes, it is.
What was that?
He's making fun of me for saying copper. What do you want me to say?
I don't care what you say.
You want me to cuss? You want me to...
He's on your side.
But
Jesus. I just thought it's a funny word.
Everyone's on your side.
I just think that there is a little bit of being naive about the 15-year-olds these days. Females, as you know, especially. because I think that you don't realize that that outside of your world, you know what? 15-year-old girls out there on the street by themselves are not afraid of anything, and they're gonna be obnoxious.
You have to take, I agree, 15-year-olds can be dangerous, but you have to take each individual case individually.
Exactly,
and
you
this
do.
girl does not seem to me
doesn't
like
seem
she's
to you.
she does not seem to me like she's presenting any threat to this cop.
She
does
bit
not
him.
seem, because they got to a point that it shouldn't have gotten to.
You're right.
I'm not excusing her for biting once it got to that point, but this cop should not have taken it to that point. But
she should have resisted arrest. She should have said, okay, here's my name, here's my address. Yeah, you can take me home because you're right.
I felt like he was kind of being nice to her. If that was a grown man, he would have been on his face in the dirt with a knee in his back.
Absolutely.
So I felt like he was trying to be nice to her.
I thought so,
in
too.
taking each case individually, if a 15-year-old boy, yes, a 15-year-old dude out there who's resisting arrest, yes, that situation is a little bit more dangerous. They can be a lot more of a threat to you, and I say you take that case a lot more seriously. This 90-pound girl,
wow,
with her bones coming through her skin.
She is real skinny.
Well, that doesn't mean...
Well, I'm
obviously,
just
she's
confirming
giving
that
a
she's skinny.
struggle,
Skinny
and so
people
she's
can pull
strong
triggers with
enough.
guns, too.
Not
Right.
a threat
Right, they
to
can.
anyone.
Well,
it should not have gotten to this point. End of story. Now we're moving on.
What's interesting? Go ahead. Well, what's interesting is I was watching it, and they move off camera for a little bit, and then he physically brings her back into the view of the camera. So apparently, he wanted to make sure that everybody knew he was doing the right thing.
I am not promoting anyone resisting arrest. I am not saying there are circumstances whereby you should resist arrest. And I'm not saying when it got to the level, which it shouldn't have gotten to, she should have bit the cop. But it shouldn't have gotten to that level. This cop shouldn't have been all aggressively physical with this 15-year-old because what? She was out past curfew? Big freaking whoop. I'm sorry. You have to take each violation for what it's worth. And being out a minute past midnight doesn't seem like it should ever end up in this kind of circumstance.
And I agree with you on that.
I made a good point. I'm done.
Although you can't pick and choose which laws you're
Right,
and
you
we haven't
can't.
seen what led up to it. So
Right,
we don't really know.
we don't.
Well,
they're only going to show what's going to get the most reaction out of people.
And the clock on the video says 7:20, so it's not even past midnight.
Maybe 7:20 a.m.
Let me see if I played all this. Hang on.
And they're becoming more popular as a weapon against juvenile crime.
He's using appropriate force, in my view.
Inside Edition showed the video to security expert Patrick Brosnan.
This looks simple. He's a relatively big guy. She seems like she's lean, but extremely difficult to do, to actually get two hands behind at the same time with your two hands and get the cuffs on.
Shelwanda Riley has been charged with felony battery. She says she was injured too, and that the handcuffs made this gouge in her wrist.
Well, when you're fighting the handcuffs, that usually happens.
Well, all right. If it was your daughter out walking the dog at 1 in the morning, Terry, and
Walking the dog, I wouldn't have my daughter out walking a dog at 1 a.m.
Well,
that's the point.
Dog's got to go, Terry.
Then I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. And then if you're approached by a cop because you're out past curfew and you look like you're 16,
I don't.
You probably wouldn't yell at him, though. You'd probably say,
here's my ID.
Hey, I thought we're not assuming things. Why are we assuming she yelled at the cop? I thought we were making
Why are
assumptions
you
of what
assuming
happened
that
before.
she's so innocent and she looks so harmless and he's just beating her down?
She looks harmful to you? She looks like a real vigilante or what? Yes, she does?
She bit him. She bit him.
Harmful to me.
That's harmful. You like getting bit by 15-year-olds?
I take it on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. You have to realize that again, high school teenage girls. There's a rise in violence in teenage girls.
And this is only promoting it, Terry.
No, it's not.
1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. It should have never gotten to this
You're right.
proportion. He could have absolutely dealt with it on a much more civil level. You don't have to treat everyone who has any mild fracture of a law to the point where he's tossing her on a car. And I don't care what she said to him, Terry. It didn't have to get to this. And you don't know what she probably
Neither
didn't say
do
anything.
you. You don't know that.
So you're taking the assumption that she mouthed off to him. You don't know
I'm saying
that.
I don't know. I want to see the whole entire tape. And I'm saying that
you don't have to see the entire tape. You already have her as a badass who was doing all kinds of threatening things, which led to this cop having no choice but to get physical with her. So don't pretend like
and
you're
you
waiting.
have him
Don't pretend like,
as a brutal cop.
all I know is what I see. Don't
So
pretend
do
like you're
I.
waiting to see the video, Terry, because you've already made your judgments on this girl.
So have you. You've made your judgment on the police officer. My gosh, he was so bad to her. He could have broke her arm, but oh, wait, he didn't.
He didn't, and he's lucky he didn't.
But you're right.
He did
Just
enough
looking at
to break her arm.
You would think he would have if he really, really used all his brute force. You're right. But he didn't. He was able to at least be in control enough to where he didn't break her arm.
Nicole, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi. So I have to agree with Terry because this chick should not have been out that late. She's 15.
Did you see the video?
Huh?
Did you see the video?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you gotta see the video before you can really comment on this. I'm sorry. All right?
Yeah, but
the video is about as relevant as it gets, and just hearing the audio is not going to do it. I'm sorry. I know it's a radio show, but that's the way it is. 1-866-663-T-MAN, unless you agree with me. Then, of course, you can come on the air and say whatever you want to say.
When I watched the video, I was not outraged.
I'm
didn't outrage me
I've never
either.
been less outraged. I mean, I've seen a lot worse police brutality, like the kid that got beat up getting gassed that one time. I mean, there's been way
And guess
more.
why? Guess why? Because the cop was making sure he looked so terrifically cop-like in front of the camera. But still, even with the camera on, he scares me. Space Angel, you're on the air.
It's Faith Angel.
Oh, Faith Angel.
Yes.
Wow.
Pasty blood.
Space Angel.
That's okay.
Yes.
What I was going by what you guys were speaking about, the little girl, for her putting herself in that situation, me remembering when I was 15 years old and being 95 pounds, them little girls are spunky.
Yeah.
Obviously, because this guy can't get her to the point where he can get the cuffs on her, and he's fighting her every step of the way.
I'm pretty sure she knows the rules. She's out late. She knows the rules that, hey, there's a curfew. She's not a dummy. At least I would hope not that she's not a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And that she needs to follow the rules. And, I felt like, well, if he didn't handcuff her, was he supposed to let her go and be like, okay, and then she's going to go run and tell her friends.
She would go run, yes.
Yeah, she'd run, tell her friends.
All right,
hey,
that's the
you
risk.
can get away. All you got to do is scream and holler, and they'll let you go.
If that's the risk to avoid this incident, I'm okay with her running. Let her go run.
Well, as the caller pointed out, she shouldn't have put herself in that position being out there late.
Mm-hmm. I told you, everyone is taking the side of the cop. I knew that before I even started with the story. That's everyone's reaction to this. I don't feel that way. I see this cop, and I'm wondering why it got to the point where we're watching this video. This cop should be able to deal with a situation where with a 15-year-old girl who wears 90 pounds, it doesn't get to this dramatic situation. Not every law that's fractured should get to a point where we're talking about it because it's so unbelievably, when you watch the video, you can't believe your eyes.
Right.
And you think that the fact that she's just breaking a rule that you guys don't think is necessary is part of it too, right?
I think every law, yes, has to be scrutinized for the level of severity, yes. I don't think
that's a judgment call that they should not have to make.
I don't think the 15-year-old girl out 1 minute past midnight or whatever time it was, not that 10 minutes or 3 hours past midnight makes a big difference, is that big fracture of the law, that it has to wind up in this type of a situation.
So if she was a burglary suspect, you wouldn't have a problem with it?
I think that would be something I would factor in, yes. If she was seen coming out of a house, burglarizing it, yes. It would be something I would consider. That is not the situation here. Steve, you're on the air.
What if Michael Vick was the cop? Imagine the outrage then.
Hey, teammate.
Yes?
Look, man, I understand where you're talking about, but a friend of mine was in the same situation. He's a prison guard. And a guy bit him, and he got suspended. Because, your natural reaction when somebody bites you is to punch him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the rule was for him that even though the guy bit him, you can't punch him.
Okay. Mark, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't figure out what's wrong with this guy. I mean,
I'm 6'5" and 220, you know, and I can't think of too many women that I can take down and pin to the ground, you know, put my knee right in the small of their back.
But he didn't want to. That's the point.
He didn't want to because he knew the camera was on him,
Right,
so he had to continue on scaring this girl while trying to follow what he thought was the code of conduct. It would have been actually better if he would have just in a quick moment gotten the cuffs on her with a little bit more physicality as opposed to making a 20-minute situation happen here where he's dancing in front of the camera and scaring the hell out of this girl to the point where she's calling her mommy.
She did it as well.
Right.
Well,
it's not just him.
It took two to tango.
Took two, yes.
Takes two to tango, yes.
Stephen loves Dancing with the Stars.
My hat's off to law enforcement. You know, I appreciate what they do.
And I am very pro-law enforcement. Don't lose sight of that. I absolutely have. Don't make faces at me, Terry. You
It's
know
not
that's
for
the
me
truth.
to make the decision,
Okay.
You know, whether it's right
You disagree?
or wrong.
You think
in my
that's
opinion.
not the case? You think I'm lying?
I'm not even saying anything or doing anything. All I did was rub my lip because I felt something on it.
Well, there was something on it, yes.
Oh, jeez.
I just wanted to tell you that all morning.
Oh.
Pam, you're on the air.
The parfait.
I thought you were making a
Yeah.
face.
No, I was not.
Okay.
And because I know you are.
Everybody's pro law enforcement, though. I mean, no one hates cops.
And that's not true.
That
I
is
hate all
so
cops.
not true.
Yeah.
We've
Pam,
had
you're on
plenty
the
of
air.
callers who do.
Yes.
Public enemy.
They had to hate him until their house gets broken into.
Yeah. I know.
Pam,
Love that.
Yeah. Hi, T-Man.
you're on the air.
Hi. It really does make a much different impact when you've seen the video. I saw the video, and what Terry and the rest of everybody else is not realizing is this cop had this little girl bent over the hood of his car.
I saw it, yes.
And he had all his weight behind him, and the pepper spray was a little much, but what really concerned me was, he reached out in front of her to try and get her arm behind her back so he could cuff her, and he bit her. I mean, she bit him, but he had bite-proof gloves on, and after she bit him, he hauled off and just slugged her in the face.
She bit him on the arm, actually, though.
Yeah.
So she actually got to the skin. It wasn't on the glove.
Right.
If that was my daughter, I would be absolutely livid at that cop because he really slugged her hard.
Do you think being out past curfew, just some 15-year-old girl being out past curfew, justifies this type of wrestling match between a cop this big and a 15-year-old this small? Yes or no?
I didn't understand the question.
I wasn't really asking you. I'm glad you called, and I know callers can't hear anything I said.
15-year-old girl, if this cop rolled up on this 15-year-old girl and said, you're out past curfew, and she's like, well, I'm headed home right now, and it was, for whatever reason, he said, okay, would you like a lift? And she's like...
Oh, I can't follow
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. We would all think it was stupid if he jumped out and did that
just
to her.
did it for no reason.
We would all think it's dumb.
But there is a legitimate reason as to why.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So you're assuming there's a legitimate reason that he had to get this brutal with her.
He's on camera. He has to tell her that he's on camera.
I haven't heard them mention any legitimate reason that happened before this guy started wrestling with this girl.
So what's the legitimate reason as to why she's
out? She was out past curfew.
But why is she out? What's the legitimate reason for her being out past curfew?
I don't know, but I ask you, assuming there was no legitimate reason for her being out past curfew, is that an infraction enough for this wrestling match to happen between him and her?
Of course not.
Okay, well then that's all we know. So you have to take my side then.
No, I don't.
Because you have to go on an assumption that no one's bringing up here.
None of us know what led up to it.
We know that she was out past curfew, and I just asked you,
I doubt he rolled
enough?
up and just jumped out and started beating her up.
There's no reason to do that.
Especially when he knows it's a camera.
Exactly.
How come they're not saying anything that happened that led up to this wrestling match? They're not saying that she spat on him. They're not saying that she mouthed off to him. They're not saying anything about that.
Right.
All they're saying is she was out past curfew.
Because they're only taking a certain section that makes it more so controversial and gets news attention.
Taylor,
that's why.
in Portland, hello. Well, so far everyone's taking the cop side, and that's fine with me. But I don't
Maybe
feel
she was
that
a runaway.
way.
We don't
From
even
what
have
I'm
a history
hearing
on
and
her.
seeing,
Maybe she was out vandalizing. Maybe she was burglarizing. Who knows? Maybe she was
then
out
they would say
hauling
that. They're
herself.
saying she's out past curfew. They would say she was a burglary suspect. They never say that. So don't throw things out that are obviously not part of this case. Yes, Taylor in Portland, you're on the air.
Oh, hi.
We're scaring Taylor. She's
I know.
only listened to the show a couple of weeks. She's like, oh, I can't deal with this crap.
They're angry.
Yes. Go ahead, Taylor. We're not using this angry, yes.
I just wanted to say that I don't think in any given situation that being out past curfew should have ever gotten anywhere close to what happened. I mean, I know we don't know what happened prior to that, but I think had it been something bad, they would have mentioned it. So I just don't think it should have ever gotten to punching her and being physical with her because she was out past curfew.
Did you see the video or no?
I haven't yet. I'm driving.
You can't comment to say the video. Pasty, we have
she was on your side.
We have the
Yeah,
full
she was
video.
on
I
your
know
side.
she was on my side, and I'm saying that I don't even want anyone taking any side until they see the video. That's me being fair.
Wow. Nice work.
Pasty, we have the full video, not just the Inside Edition story video part of this, right? We have the full video, because the full video must be seen, at least the
Yes.
footage.
The full video's on the
video.
tmanshow.com.
Okay, good.
But not leading up to it, like we're all hoping to see at some point.
No, it's just...
They
Yeah,
weren't in
it's
front of
just-
the camera leading up to it.
It just starts with the brutality.
That's right. Kind of like tonight. Oh, my wife's getting it. I don't know.
Mandatory on a Tuesday?
It's never mandatory,
Too
no.
early in the week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we all have different days.
Really?
Make sure you wear your bike gloves. 1-866-663 T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
That's the remix I haven't heard before.
Heck of a remix.
What's the mommy remix?
You can hear the girl pleading for her mom.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think any person you ever have to worry about ever screams for mommy, Terry. That's just my rule of thumb. I don't know about yours. But we can agree to disagree,
Sure.
as they say in the trade.
Are we in the damn trade all of a sudden?
Oh, my gosh, we're in the trade. Dang it. Why didn't I get this memo? 1-866-663 T-Man. There are some people on the phone lines that would like to be in the trade that have a couple of thoughts on this.
Okay.
Terry, initially, all the calls were on your side. But now, it seems, and I'm not stacking the calls, obviously. I wouldn't have taken all the calls that were on your side first. I want to take them on
Right.
But I'm looking up at the call board, at least from what I'm seeing, there are a couple that are coming to my side.
Ow.
That says, yeah, taking this 15-year-old and put her on the hood of the car, or at least the back of the area, and bending her over and twisting up her arms and looking like, I'm sorry, you say, well, obviously he knew what he was. He's twisting up her arm to such a degree, I can't believe her arm didn't snap.
Well, but
it's twisted in such weird directions.
I
and,
know.
And you don't do that with an arm that's like chicken arm like she has.
Well, but
She's got
it's
a
not
chicken wing
all
arm,
his
Terry.
fault either because she's struggling in making it that difficult.
I didn't disagree with you, but I don't think it should have ever gotten to that proportion.
and
The girl
that I
is
agree
scared
with
to
you.
death. When you're scared to
Well.
death, you're going to do things that you ordinarily wouldn't do. This is probably not in her character anyway, Terry.
Right.
So much say if you're scared to death, you don't antagonize a cop by biting him either.
Right.
Well, she screamed for mommy. And she was fighting for her life as she saw it, perhaps.
Spoiled kids do that.
1-866-663 T-Man. Jules is on the air. Yes, Jules.
Hi, T-Man.
Hi, Jules.
I could not agree with you more.
A sensible woman.
I
About time.
understand Terry Free's point, but you know what?
Oh, how could you do that?
Children don't have the skills that they would need to deal in a situation like that. She was terrified. I've seen the video, and my ex is Seattle PD, and I just think that they go through rigorous training constantly to deal with riots, and I mean huge people. This little tiny thing was zero threat.
Little tiny thing. And you were almost suggesting at one point, Terry, that she was acting. If she's acting, then she's got Meryl Streep beaten, Terry. This is the Academy Award performance of all time.
Yeah, I give
this
it
is
to her.
not acting. This is genuine, raw fear that you're dealing with here.
Okay,
Absolutely.
here we go,
Oh, boy.
Oh,
So
you know
Jules,
what, Terry? You're not. You're not.
Where's my mom? Where's my
boy, it's hurting my ears so bad. It's like a tea kettle. Make it stop.
Why is this day different from all other days? Terry's hurting our ears. Ow!
Her screams were hurting my ears.
So Jules thinks that because you're 100 pounds, you should get a break from the law. Small people get a break.
Yes.
No, you should get a break from the law because you're 15. All you did was violate the stupid curfew law. You're out alone. You're not creating all kinds of mischief. You're not in some big group that could be of any kind of threat. You're a 90-pound, the wind can blow you over type frame.
So you should get a break.
You should get a break, yes.
Because you're 90 pounds.
Because of all those things I just mentioned.
Okay.
You factor all those things,
Sucks to be
and
300.
then you get to the point where you should get a break.
Okay.
Right.
Where's my break?
Yeah.
When you start adding all these factors on top of itself, then you say to yourself, okay, this cop didn't need to be wrestling with this girl.
Right.
So because I'm 300, I should get immediately pummeled. There should be you should just assume that I'm going to kick someone's ass and pummel me.
Yes, any cop that sees Hotshot later today, you should immediately pummel him because he's 300 pounds. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Well,
just because you're 300 pounds, you should be immediately pummeled by any cop that comes across you.
I have expired tabs, so I'll expect it today.
Jeez.
Come across.
Oh, but if you're out past the curfew with your 300-pound frame,
oh yeah,
and your bandana on your head, you can forget it.
Any 15-years around?
What color is that, Ben?
Black, actually. That's the color of black. Yeah, it's my gang that I'm in.
Oh, jeez.
You can't pick and choose.
Yes, you can pick and choose.
I don't think you can.
You absolutely can pick and choose. And when you pick and choose, you pick this kind of brutality, this kind of force for a situation that merits it. Of course you pick and choose.
Well, she should say that I'm just out past curfew. What's your deal? And then he should go, oh, okay.
Whoa.
And then everything's fine.
We don't know anything else that happened.
I'm going based on your assumption that he just started attacking her. So, he doesn't know what's going on, I guess. I don't know. It's a crazy man.
Probably a chance he would have cuffed her, thrown her in the back, run her ID, and then let her go.
Yes.
She wouldn't even let it get to that.
Virginia, you're on the air.
Because she was scared.
And in the picking and choosing world, you don't take a 15-year-old light as a feather girl and throw her up on the back of the squad car and start wrestling with it to the point where her bones could snap, and it's a miracle it didn't. And
well, she should stop struggling.
Get her to the point where she's screaming for her dear life for her mommy.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Virginia, go ahead.
You know what? I listen to your program all the time. I just moved out here 2 years from New York City. And just listening to your program today really affected me. I haven't seen the video, okay? But just hearing that young girl scream like that, I don't understand how Tari couldn't feel that. I mean, being a woman to woman, that should have been something you should have said, wow, no matter what the situation was, I feel that pain, okay? That particular officer was out of character. I'm going with UT man, okay, because
she's saying as a mother who breastfed a child once in your
right.
life, or a couple of times, you should be able to sense, your instinct should be able to pick up on the raw fear and emotion that this poor child, Tari.
Yeah, and I have children at the teenage years, and I've seen the kids at that age act the way they act.
Guess what?
Just to get away with
even though you've gone
whatever.
on record saying you know how your kids are capable of behaving, if any cop threw your kid up on the car, you would be giving them what for faster than you could say policeman's ball, Tari. Okay?
T-Man.
I love policeman's balls. I love it all the time.
I don't get asked anymore.
But it
I don't agree with that. I think if her kids were doing something that warranted it, then she
maybe
would.
You're right. Maybe I shouldn't suggest that is
especially having a parent who is a police officer and telling them that you don't put yourself in a situation where something has to be questioned or dealt with like this.
Virginia, I'm glad you're out where you're out now.
Something else?
Oh, yes.
Something else?
Of course, yes.
Also, we don't know how long this law has been passed. Because it could have just started last week, and she may not have been in tune with that law.
Well, that's something that could certainly be looked up, how long this curfew law has been in effect, and if this girl even knew why she was being approached by this police officer, because all from what the story says, they would indicate if she was doing anything more than this, she was out past curfew. That's it.
Okay.
Big freaking whoop. Okay?
And may I say something? Also, in reference to the mother, we don't know what her background was. Her mother could be a hardworking parent. Sometimes children do sneak out. Terry, I know your children may have not snuck out, but we have to understand teenagers will be teenagers, and we cannot blame the parent for this particular transaction happening. It could have happened to any one of us, okay?
She's going off to drop a love note on her boyfriend's windowsill, Terry, and this is how it winds up. And there's no part of you that feels like you're being tugged in the direction that I'm in here, Terry? No. That's because you're so... And I'm usually with you on most of the cases, but you are so tunnel vision on any situation that has to do with law enforcement that it is actually crossed the borderline now of sickening. That's right, I said sickening.
Boom, boom, boom.
The fact that you have blinders on, Terry, and you can't see that there are some circumstances where, yes, you have to take a side against law enforcement, even considering that your husband is a hard-working, facing dangers of the world Samaritan that he is, Terry. is unfortunate. That's right, I said unfortunate.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, where's our big sting?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I really want to feel it.
Yeah, you want to feel it.
It's a little past the moment. But that's right, I said unfortunate.
That still worked.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Yeah.
Nikki in Fremont, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Nikki. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little upset because I've seen the tape, and I'm kind of surprised that Terry would go against what you're saying, because I totally agree with you.
For callers who are calling that haven't seen the tape the video will only cement my side of it that much more.
It's very disturbing.
Well, it's not the most disturbing video I've ever seen in my life. Don't get me wrong, okay? I mean, and the point, even if she was filled with the most outrageous type of raw fear, as I said, I'm still not saying that biting the cop was an appropriate action. But I don't think it should have ever gotten to the point where this cop, 6'5", 595 pounds, is wrestling with a girl
He's 600
who's 5'7" and 43
pounds.
pounds. Terry.
Oh, geez.
I love chicks that size.
I totally agree.
It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. And the fact that we're even discussing it this long is absurd. That there are people that that are taking in such mass force the other side. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes,
I totally agree.
Nikki? That's why me and you are cut from the same cloth and we were meant to be together. We just haven't met yet.
Is that a loincloth?
Mm-hmm. And it's not a big one either, Nikki.
That sounds personal.
Yeah, it does.
It's enough to cover one ball.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
The other is very much exposed, Nikki. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, good. I was hoping you'd say that. We will meet at some point in the future. You know that, Nikki, right? And when we do, speak of raw emotion, Terry. I can't speak about it on the air, Nikki, but you know.
Okay.
Take care. Yeah, she's just humoring me, Terry. She wants no part of me. She wants no part of me. She's sickened at the thought of me, and that is pretty much the general consensus.
You didn't give her the stinger, that's why.
But it's long since past the point where it bothers me. Because I may have a micro sheen loincloth on, but I got skin underneath it like an oak tree. I was a little late on that one. I said an oak tree.
Is that the only sting we have?
I don't think this sting is dramatic enough, actually.
There's
I was
some other
just
ones
asking.
on there. Try those.
Do we have anything else?
Yeah, there's other ones around there. You can probably find if you
Not feeling the drama that I'm putting out there being represented by the sting.
Try something else.
It doesn't match.
Get your own sting. It's the best I can do. I called the band in. I said, hey, record a sting, and this is what they did.
All right, what was one of my good points that I could put the sting on here?
Like skin like an oak tree?
You're right about everything.
I'm right about everything. Oh,
that's music.
No. Yeah,
That's music? Okay.
That's a dramatic build.
Well, then I'm lost here. Where are the other stings? This is... Okay, I got it.
He's like, move out of the way of the ball.
I said an oak tree!
Oh, no. I like the other one.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Who wants to be a millionaire crap? I said an oak tree! Same one. Oak tree!
That one was a little different. I think the blue one's different. That's it? That's all we got?
Wow, that's a nice variety.
Oak tree! Oak tree!
Oh, yeah, that really proves the point.
Oak tree!
What is love?
Oh, man.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
All right, where's the barrel? I'm getting up on it. Call Vinnie.
I'm starting to realize there's no sting that can match the drama that I'm putting out there on a regular basis! I said regular basis! Okay.
Oh, there's no stopping me now. You can't.
Yeah.
Should never have started that song. I can't stop moving.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, that.
The cop should have started that. Everything would have been good.
Yeah, the cop would have just broken out some tunes.
She'd have stole the gun and shot herself.
You got too physical with her.
Yes. There are many ways around this. Don't lose sight of the fact that that's it's a very important point, Terry. I hate to make light of it now.
No.
My gosh. How can you not make light of everything when Olivia Newton-John's playing?
Oh, yeah.
Pass on that advice to my husband. Hey, next time you arrest somebody, play this.
Bring out Olivia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
My
Then he'd be in trouble for wanting to get horizontal with her, though.
Right, exactly. Do some kind of
This is
sexual
just all.
harassment.
This is all 15-year-old reaction to Olivia Newton-John playing in the background these days. Yeah. Okay, yes.
Now, what if her name was Sarah? I mean,
oh, jeez.
You know,
If her name
upper right-hand corner. What if her name was Sarah? Upper right-hand corner.
Upper right-hand corner? If her name was Sarah.
Yeah, then what should
Yeah,
you
right.
do?
That'd be like this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you should just calm down a little bit, Sarah. I mean, things are going to be
Who's
okay.
wrestling with this playing? Okay.
And another inmate playing the harmonica in the back of the car?
Okay.
Only if
I've
her
had
name
enough.
was Sarah.
I've had enough of this.
No, you haven't.
You'll probably be doing it after the show. as well.
Greg agrees with you, Terry. You're on the air.
Hey, yeah.
Yes.
The whole thing with this cop, the story of this cop, I've seen the video before, and I've just seen it right now.
Yes.
The girl's resisting arrest.
Yes.
And
You're saying resisting arrest. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
But yeah, for real though, it's just the whole thing, the story before it gets there.
Yes.
It's a normal stop.
It's what?
Cop pulls up, stops the girl.
It's a normal stop. Yeah, exactly. So why did it get to the proportion where all that's being discussed is a girl who's out past curfew, and yet it winds up with them wrestling and her bones on the verge of being cracked, and pepper spray in her face, and a punch in her face, and her biting his arm? Why should it even get to that level? Why should either of these two be in a posture that, considering the circumstances, gets to this height of intensity? Where she's screaming for mom, she's biting him, which is not acceptable, Terry. I'm not saying it is.
Okay.
But why should she even be in a position where she has to bite him, Terry? She shouldn't be, is the answer to the question.
Right.
Greg, did you have something else to add or no?
But it's just to the point that it gets to. I have no idea, but the cop has every right to do what he did. I think. You know, the punch.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, wow, you just missed it.
Dang it.
There's right and there's wrong.
You're in my camp.
And you'd be on the wrong side of the correct answers as it pertains to the situation, Greg. But thanks for trying.
Greg, it's a great place. The wrong side, I'm always there.
So you're saying you're not giving it a fair shake? Is that what you're saying,
Yes,
Terry?
that is exactly what I'm saying.
She's given it a shake a few times.
You're asking for a fair shake there. And I said no. Yeah.
I don't know what to do now. We're going around in circles, and all
like
these
it.
people on the call board just want to say the same thing that's already been discussed. If you want to hear it, just one more lap around the track, Terry. I can
One more lap.
keep
I guess.
putting them on.
Sure.
But what if her name was Amanda?
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
Stupid.
What if both their names were Beauty and the Beast?
Oh.
Kind of was, actually.
Yeah.
He was very beastly, you know.
Yes, he was.
And she's quite the beauty.
Well, compared to him, no doubt, yes. Compared to most people. She looked all right, Terry. A little skinny. But throw a couple of meals down, and she'll be fine.
You can't kick anybody's ass to this song.
Yes. Little Celine Dion. Take care of all your troubles.
And they were barely even friends, huh? Jeez. Celine sounds really pissed.
Enough of that.
Horror sound effect.
Sean, real quick, what do you got, Sean?
Hey, so you're usually right, and an oak tree and all that, but
Okay.
An oak tree and all that.
Yes.
I think that
Skin like
well,
an oak tree,
the crime that she was committing wasn't being out past dark. The crime she was committing was resisting arrest.
No,
which
the crime.
which is a lot more serious. Which is a lot more serious.
She would have
than
never
being
been
out
in a
past
position
curfew.
to resist arrest in that fashion if the cop didn't start wrestling with her to begin with.
Or if she hadn't been out past the curfew.
Job.
I didn't
his
think it was
job is
necessary to put handcuffs. First of all, the handcuffs, if you're going to stay on a girl whose wrists are this small, Terry, they don't make handcuffs that size. Did you see the size of this girl, Sean? Yes or no?
But yes, I did. But
You
his
saw-
job is to maintain order, and she was disorderly.
I never get the sense that this girl walking alone on the street, I don't care what time it is, I don't care how dark it is, I don't care what the situation is never a situation where I'm overly concerned about it getting out of order. Now, of course, she could easily, you could say, have a weapon on her. Well, he could put her up against the squad car and tell her to not move and do what is necessary to make sure she doesn't have a weapon on her and attempt to put the handcuffs on. But once he sees that this girl is frightened out of her skull, like a 15-year-old girl might tend to be who doesn't know from a situation like this, you can back off a little bit as opposed to continuing to escalate it to it gets to the proportion where she is now fearful of her life, and there's no way to interpret her screams and her cries for mommy other than her worrying about her immediate safety as far as her life and death is concerned on the line, Terry.
You have so obviously never been a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah, I was never a 15-year-old girl.
I could have pulled that off. When I was 15, I could have pulled off a show like that, no problem.
You got me. Can't fight on that.
All right.
Not a 15-year-old girl, although this weekend and for Halloween.
You're going to be a 15-year-old girl.
I am going to be now, just to spite this woman. Yes. And I'm going to be the best one of all times.
And how are you going to scream?
And if a cop comes up to me, I'm going to say, "Screw you, copper!"
If it was a boy, would you be okay with it?
If it was a boy
Doing the
that
exact
had
same thing,
a little bit more
screaming?
physical stature, yes.
So it is a physicality thing.
I think that is a relevant part of the story, yes.
Because no man should be able to not subdue a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old girl.
I think all the factors I'm bringing up, when you put them all together, make up a relevant picture that I think the fact that it got to this proportion is unacceptable. Unacceptable. No individual point in and of itself is worthy of me making this claim. But put it all together, and you have a picture that is painted, that is clear to me, that this was overdone brutality!
That would have been good there.
I said brutality!
Yeah.
And yeah, he's posturing for the camera, and he's dancing in front of the camera. Thank heavens those cameras are there. Or maybe you could think that the cameras are actually doing a disservice, because if the camera wasn't there, he would have swiftly put the cuffs on her and been more physical for a couple of quick seconds, as opposed to dancing with the cameras and scaring the life out of her for 20 minutes.
Camera and a mic, too, so.
Which wound up even worse, because he had to wind up pepper spraying her and punching her in the face. So where did he punch her?
Right in the side of the head.
Right in the side of the head he punches this girl. Lucky he didn't crack her skull the size he is.
Yeah, he had the bite-proof gloves on, so. It probably hurt a little
This
less.
cop is pretty lucky. That considering all the jostling they did and how skinny her arms are, and if you watch the video, the positions her arms get into, that
she should have
that
just held
something
still
didn't
then.
snap. And second of all, that when he punched her in the head, he didn't crack her skull the size he is. You know what? He's a cop who's 6'5", 360 pounds. Don't tell me that. I know it's disrespectful, and you don't do that to a cop, but it wasn't like he was fearful of his life, that he had to punch her in the face and pepper spray her once she bit him. Okay? But I'm done talking about this. Oh, jeez. Wait. Oh,
Wait a minute.
I just meant to do this. I'm done talking about this.
Yes. There we go.
We got a problem now?
I don't know, maybe.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to talk longer than I wanted to.
Way to go, dude.
All right, I'm done talking about this. Yeah.
The T-Man Show.
One for the books, Terry. One that I'm very happy to put in the books, Terry.
Okay.
Is that you singing, Stephen?
Yes, probably.
No, he's not even on.
No?
His mic's not even on.
Yeah. I was, but I wasn't
He would like
on.
to. All right. There's like a 12-minute version of that song on the CD if you're interested, Stephen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
Goes on forever.
Love it.
Yeah, buddy.
Love things that last forever.
Oh, yeah. If only you were one. Wow. Now,
you know.
Today our streak was broken, by the way.
Uh-oh.
No bill winner, right?
That's right. That's the streak I'm
Good
talking
job,
about,
Terry.
not the one in my drawers there. Yes. We were looking to be 12 for 12. We were 11 for 11. You're following along, Terry? Yeah. But Danielle Mendenhall.
Danielle.
Danielle Mendenhall apparently has money coming out her ass, Terry, because she sent in her bill, took the time to do that, probably sent in a few.
Yeah.
Then we very nicely picked her bill out of the old hopper there, and we never got a call back from Danielle.
Oh, not nice.
So your Visa bill is going to remain your responsibility, Danielle. You know the one you could only manage a $25 payment last month on?
Wow.
The bill that's quickly approaching $1,000?
Whoa.
Yeah, well, we would have taken care of that in full. Lickety-split. But not going to happen, Terry.
Sorry, Danielle.
Danielle, who runs out and then plops down $167.32 at Chuck E. Cheese.
Jeez.
On September 20th, Terry?
Yeah.
That's great. She certainly could take down a chicken wing or two, a nice pizza, but as far as picking up the phone and calling in, she wasn't able to do that, thus breaking our streak.
Bummer.
We'll start a new one tomorrow, Terry.
Okay.
So because we didn't give away anything as far as paying your bills this morning, I can't allow the day to end, considering the heavy feeling that this program, the tone that it took, Terry, and the fact that you won't talk to me now for at least a week. Let's lighten it all up by giving away something, making someone feel good out there as we sign off this morning. What do you say, Terry? How about a little 3-pack of Terry-free customized CDs? That sound good?
Sure.
How do I get Terry to not talk to me ever again?
Well, everything's wrong in my world when Terry Free's giving me the silent treatment. I don't know about you. I don't know how you put on a happy face. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. First caller right now. Toll free. 1-866. See, not only are we giving away free CDs, but a free phone call. 1-866-663-TMAN is the number to call. First caller gets a 3-pack of CDs that Terry will lick the stamp, lick the envelope on, and send off to you with her own hot little Filipino hand.
Right, giving you my DNA.
Mm-hmm.
That's free, too.
Wow, it's not the DNA we were hoping for.
She's taking plenty of DNA.
Wow. You're on the air. Who's this? Well, let me clear the phone lines. That's not fair. Let me clear the phone lines.
Oh, that's the clearing.
Wow. That was, boy, that's a nice little sound.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the phone lines are clear. And the moment has arrived. 1-866. Lily. 663.
You should make it clear him again.
Clear again. Okay.
I think I want Terry to make that noise on my genitals.
Oh, the phone lines are clear.
You don't want me to talk to you, but you want me to make that sound.
Perfect. Best of both worlds.
You figured it out,
Every
Terry.
guy's dream as pertains to a woman. You're on the air. Hello.
I dare you.
Yes?
Yes, who's this?
Michaela.
Michaela, how are you?
Ow.
How are you?
Good. How are you? I asked you first.
Good.
What's going on? What's happening with Michaela this morning? How you feeling? How you doing? How you smelling?
I'm on my way to work.
What do you do?
I do customer service.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going to service the customer today?
I don't know. I'm just on my way. I don't know how they're going to be today. Probably mean.
But it's your job to service
Yeah.
the customer.
Yeah, kind of.
Where do you work? What do you do?
I work for a company, for a bank.
For a bank?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good luck trying to provide service for the customer. No service. Gonna just rid the customer of the never-ending frustration as it pertains to banks. Okay, I won't go off that tangent. Hey, where are you right now? Where are you driving? What's
I'm in Vancouver on Mill Plain.
Oh, okay. Well, what can I do for you? How can I be of service to you?
I don't know. I was calling in for the contest.
Well, we're not really having a contest right now, but call back when there is one. Thanks very much. Oh. I was just pretending, Terry, and she hung up. Wow. That's not right.
Do you have a number?
Clear the line. Let her call back.
Because technically, it's not a contest.
No, you're right. It's
How much
not.
of a contest is it to be the first caller and win CDs?
It's not much of one.
I can't call that a contest.
No.
Well, what is it then?
Just a giveaway.
It's a giveaway. Exactly. No contest. Where's the contest?
I don't know.
All the bank customers are going to get killed by her today.
Pasty, did you get her number by any chance?
I did not.
You did not get her number?
I actually saw the area code, but we have to guess.
Yeah,
the
I
next
saw the
7.
area code too, and her name was Michaela. So, Michaela will call back, hopefully.
Okay.
Because I confused her, Terry. You did. And she lost out on her rightful 3-pack of CDs.
Plus just a giveaway, people. That's all it is, not a contest.
Don't make it more difficult or confusing than it has to be, ladies and gentlemen. Please. All right, so Michaela will call back, and Pasty will stay an extra hour after the program waiting for her turn.
Wow, an hour.
About that.
And if she doesn't call back by 11 a.m., Pasty, then tomorrow I'll give away a 6-pack.
Whoa, that's way too many CDs.
And we'll keep rolling over these CDs until we find a winner.
Oh, it's CDs, a 6-pack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You need a 6-disc changer.
Okay. All right, we call on that, Pasty. Yeah, till 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Not a minute before. Enjoy your day.
The T-Man Show.